of our programs. Is that what you're saying?
Why not?
And you believe in programs like the Best for Children program, Sweet Health Clinics? Right on, brother?
We believe they're good things. As a focal point to organize their mothers and fathers.
Peace. There's no educational program here?
That's some of the social action thing. You know, you set that up. I mean, we can't put everything on one piece of paper.
What about this bank?
Credit union? Credit union. Credit union, my brother.
Is a bank.
Are you hip to credit union?
It is a bank. Yeah, you go and borrow money?
Yeah, it's a bank. Owned by the people, run for the people, and by the people.
What will money be given out to people for?
Well, the people would decide that. You want to buy, whatever, the people in the community decide. You need some living room furniture, maybe? You need a car, maybe?
See, the thing is, with me, Dig, I need to know some more about it. I wish you had some more literature about the educational thing here. All you dig, as far as we're concerned, struggle, the way we look at struggle, is that this depends on the educational thing, Dig. Because
this depends on the education. Well, the whole thing.
No, but in this does. You can form this with no education. You can form this.
No, not the way we're talking about forming it. Right. We're talking about forming it right. It's not on the
When you're paying straight, it's at the nerve level. Now, you can light a cane in the vein. New ICI lighting cane.
This powerful anesthetic penetrates quickly to the sensitive, aggravated nerves with the max range of lidocaine available.
Lidocaine, your pain.
You can educate hate the enemy, but I'm your brother. I help you lead the revolution. Now I'm more precious. Another example, Papa Doc in Haiti. Papa Doc in Haiti hated everything white. Man, you could have put this white paper in front of Papa Doc's face, but he moved all the white people out and he took over and be a president. He did, because no education. And the people that have been educated, they said that we don't hate the motherfucker white people, we hate the oppressor, whether he be white, black, brown, or yellow. We got to know the educational program to find out what it's going to be in the finale. A lot of people work. Yomo Kenyatta is called not a method revolutionary, but an extra-revolutionary. So it's Papa Doc. They brought on successive revolution. That thing in the miles was a bit. Baptist freedom fighters, all that kind of action. What we're saying is the end. But you don't judge Castro now. You can't do it. Nobody in this room could judge whether Castro's going to be a revolutionary or not. You know what I mean? We're talking about things, you know what I mean, with China, the People's Republic, and even the same thing is now talking about even going on further into a communist state.
brother asked last name, what name is good. I think I was talking about the business name, and I was named by a number of us that stood up to their flag. And we all know that that flag has never represented us or our freedom. So at this time, just like the pastor would ask you to do, I'm going to ask you all to stand. Put your black power fists in the air. If any of you want the lyrics to this song or want the song, if you have a CD back there that you want the song in particular, I will give it to you. Because as the brother said, this is something that we should have at our event to open up each event. Black Power event?
Black Power!
Oh, say, can you see precious old precious as they do for their lives and plan my people divine, who trust and my soul represent all the stars inflicted upon the race, a great people display. Now it's time has come for the revolution as we breathe through the night and take hold of their lives. Oh, say does that red flag bring African flag wave?
Black Power!
Down their land of the free, forever
All right, Black Power. BB48 Mile Hotel. Welcome to Feel on the Ground Radio. Black Power, what to do out there tonight. Family, let me set it off right with a praise now. Turner, glory to Garvey. Long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Praise Harriet Tubman. Glory to Ida B. Wells. And long live the spirit of Sister Fannie Lou Hammond. All right, now, family, let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Make these things happen real quick. Let's see. Well, you know what it is. It's Slaughterhouse Saturday. Excuse me. The theme is Who's Still Betraying the African Revolution. You know, I'm just coming up off the strip, trying to make it happen outside. I mean, we out there working with the youth. You know, we got a couple things going on. I mean, we're going to be rocking real hard. So, the family, tune in. Y'all get out here. You know, for my people out there, if you're in New Haven, Connecticut family, y'all in New Haven, you got kids. After the first week in July, first weekend, and from there on, you'll be able to every weekend be able to come out to the corner of Shelton Ave, Shelton and Hazel Street. Be able to come out to the H, be able to get breakfast for your babies. We have a pancake breakfast set up for y'all. So just come out, you know what I mean? We're going to be rocking this African Center School and off, you know what I mean? We about to start graduating cats immediately right here in Connecticut. Get you something, you know, so you'll be able to at least have the credentials for right now to be able to feed your family, because a lot of times, you know what I mean, cats is robbing and stealing because they don't have other ways to feed their family, and even a lot of the robbing and stealing they doing is petty. You know what I'm saying? They petty thieving. You know what I mean? So we want to get our people out of the petty thieving, get them into be able to get some trades and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be doing, man. It's really, you know what I'm saying, this is Slaughterhouse Saturday, man. It's like we on some bullshit today, you know. It's, fuck anybody who against Africa today. Listen, it's anybody who against the Africans here, getting their mind right. It's a, you know what I'm saying? We throwing the middle finger up to everybody who with the bullshit. You know, we getting doused with all type of shit. Yo, come down the pipe, those yo, all right. Damn. I see family was in, but his line dropped the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Damn. I ain't see Brother Maker tune in yet. But I see Brother Dondre out there. I see Brother Drift. I see you out there in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Radio Connecticut. You know, we out here. But, listen, man. Did y'all, is any of y'all privy that have seen or heard this Dr. Umar shit? About Dr. Umar and the people who are the family of Frederick Douglass saying, listen, man, we don't want you using his name no more. On top of that, not only not use his name no more, but we're telling people to get their money back from you if they gave you money under the premise because they thought that you was a good dude using the name. Did y'all hear anything about that?
Yeah, I seen a post about that. Someone posted. I think it was the Michael Edwards dude who posted a post with the family. Some reading the letter that the family wrote to him.
Oh well, yeah. I seen an article with the letter. I seen an article with the letter up there. You know what I'm saying? You saying that about Michael Edwards. I'm gonna tell you some funny shit. After I seen that, right? I seen a video pop up through my motherfucking news feed. Real Black Atheist, right? So I'm like, all right. But the fucking video was Michael Edwards talking about the Umar shit.
Yeah, they posted it. Because Michael Edwards is down with Sarnetta now, and Ankh is down with Sarnetta. They're all in that clique. Ain't no Sarnetta been wanting to take out Umar for the longest.
For the longest. Yo, son, I said, damn. I said, is these not some opportunists? I said, now listen, Real Black Atheist, you gonna fuck with a Hebrew? You gonna post the Hebrew? And the Hebrew nigga, listen, man, Real Black Atheist, that's fucking, that's Uncle Cat from the Armored Raw Squads.
He has to take his marching orders.
Yeah. And I said, damn, Bistro. After listen, the last thing I heard about Michael Edwards, man, he said when he see him, he punching him in the face. Everybody else goes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And he said that one, they got the gold fair one. And
yep. He said they can't squash it. As soon as they see each other, he getting punched in the face.
Yup, exactly. Ain't no squashing, ain't no nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's on site. But then you post this video against Umar. There's some opportunist shit, man. Our people got to cut that out, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some real opportunist shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thrown back. But anyway, regardless to that, though, y'all seen that shit? I said, damn, the elder brother, I'm gonna find it. Man. I'll find it. But yeah, I seen that, man. That was just wow.
I don't see how. I don't know how the fuck you do that shit. Like if you ain't a blood relative, how you walk around propagating that shit?
Yeah, it get crazy.
And you know what? If he would have took other people's advice and lowered his ambition a little bit, he wouldn't have all this flack. If he would have started putting what he had in good use, no one would be looking at him so hard.
Okay. Now you're right about that, because he went too flamboyant. He wanted to do something so big, and then when you got the paper to be able to do something, you're doing nothing. Now you change it. Now you done changed up his tune. See, that's why they said about bashing, but nigga, you done changed your tune now. He done changed his tune. Now he's talking about repatriation. He's going on a serious repatriation mission. I said, damn, nigga, how you change from we gonna build a school here to now we building schools in Africa? Come on, man. What the fuck is popping, bro?
All right. That's what them niggas is doing, boy. These niggas is on that double speak now. So once they see the seat get hot,
on one position they took, and niggas start looking into their background. You know what I'm saying? Niggas a double speak. You know what I'm saying? And then act like now they with a position of some, you know what I mean? And then went from civil rights to black power. This is the type of shit that I'm peeping these niggas is doing, man. And because they listening, you know, niggas you got your show, motherfuckers got their little outlets, their media outlets. Motherfuckers is listening, or they got their little clique listening, and they coming back like, you know, oh, they peeping you on this, they peeping you on that. So when they step back in front of the camera, they didn't reorganize their whole speech. And now they're going to come with a position that's going to be counter to what you already was about to crucify them niggas on.
The people are stupid. And I hate to say it about my people, but they're fucking stupid. I mean, think about it. If you stand on the premise that you're going to build a school for black boys here, because you ain't get the $5 million that you wanted, you got $500,000. So you're going to say, well, fuck y'all, I'm going to the continent to do my shit now because y'all niggas ain't give me the $5 million I wanted, and people still going to support and push this nigga and follow this nigga? They're fucking stupid.
Well, you know, you got motherfuckers, man, that's so fucked up. You know, once you done did a certain amount of shit in your own life, the way to keep your ass from having to deal with what you know you did was fucked up, you just don't put no real stipulations on nobody. That's where they come with all, you can't judge. How can I judge?
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. You know why? Everybody on this phone has done some shit.
No doubt.
Nobody on this line is fucking clean. And we are trying to hold the line. We try to hold ourselves at a better moral standard than most of these motherfuckers who probably ain't do a tenth of the shit that some of us have done. So this is some bullshit.
Well, you saying it right, though. Motherfuckers that fucked up. But see, when a person has a good spirit, a positive spirit about them, they understand that fuck up don't define me. You know, I made a bad choice and I'm getting ready to right my wrongs. But most motherfuckers really...
Niggas was trying to live. That's not. I don't even consider it a fuck up. Niggas was trying to live.
Well, no doubt. No, I'm just using these terms. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using these terms. But basically, I'm saying motherfuckers made a mistake. Now, a person who's genuine tries to right that wrong. But a motherfucker who really ain't genuine and just looking for an excuse to be able to not hold themselves accountable, because holding yourself accountable means you got to you might have to sacrifice some shit. Okay, you robbed your motherfucking people for all this bread. Now you got to get this bread up and go back broke again. Now, most motherfuckers not going. First of all, if you was that good, if you was that decent, you would have never really did what you did in the first fucking place. So that questions your character right then. There's some things that a person can do to where you can see, okay, well, I did that shit because shit was so tight for me. I had to eat. It's one thing you did some shit because you had to eat, to where you did some shit because you wanted to get a Bentley or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So niggas is not holding motherfuckers accountable because at some point they got to hold themselves accountable. So what they do is they just get this type of general type of pass is what I'm peeping out. And then, you know, niggas is looking for somebody to follow, man. Our people is on that, like I said, that savior complex and shit. You got motherfuckers who really just don't have the capability to be able to decipher when a motherfucker is really just leading them down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers just don't. Until they get their ass fucked real bad, until they get faded real bad, and they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Feel me?
We got a little noise in your background.
Nah, that wasn't me. I don't know who
that
that
was me, family. My bad. That was me, family. I got it under control. That was me.
Okay.
So?
But you right, man. Motherfuckers got to step they, you know what I mean? They got to step their spiritual eye up, man. Because when a nigga say, fuck you because you ain't give me more than $250,000, say, fuck you right there. That's an indicator, like he's saying. Okay, this nigga wants to fuck shit. But your boy been a bad apple, man. I mean, if you really got your eye open, Umar, man, you can just tell the nigga he's too fucking, like you saying, man, he's just too flamboyant. But he start coming with that big papa, the conscious community, all that shit, man, that shit's clown shit. Like a motherfucker should already been able to be like, hold up, nigga, this is not, you know what I'm saying? Unless you into that shit, this is not entertainment, nigga, this is about liberation. So when you start making this a popularity contest, then you already know that niggas is just They off they you know what I mean? They off their motherfucking foundation. Niggas is off their square, man.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers be looking for a shiny nigga to be like, yeah, you heard him? Because niggas would be telling me, like, have you heard of Dr. Umar Johnson? I'm like, man, I seen this dude, man. This dude ain't resonating with me, you know what I mean? You heard of Dr. Ben? You know what I'm saying? I try to give him, you know what I mean, some of the elders, but I don't know, man. Like you said, to a degree, you right, brother. Don Dre, motherfuckers is dumb as fuck, though. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't expecting everybody to be on the level that some of, you know, the more developed cats is on. But at the same time, like you said, you got to have a common sense mechanism to be able to be like, all right, something ain't right with what this motherfucker's saying or doing.
I seen Dr. Umar twice. I seen him one time when I went to the Million Youth March, and then they had him down here in New Haven one time. But the group who brought him out was like a funny style group that I really didn't rock with too hard. You know what I'm saying? But they brought him out. You know, when I watched them, you know, just talk to black people all fucked up about the $250,000 that he received from them, and said that black people were trifling. When you have schools that are already in existence, not dreams and ideas that have not garnered $250,000 in 10, 15 years, 20 years worth of goddamn work. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got $250,000 in donation money from people. So to get something like that, and then to boldly be like, yo, fuck, I don't care, yo, y'all need to do more, y'all trifling, y'all ain't worth nothing. That shit was like, that was the ultimate slap in the face. And then when he got no response, this is what set him off to the point where now he can state that, you know, he's no longer really talking about this school. He's now more on a venture of repatriation. And I'm not saying that anything is wrong with repatriation, but when your goal was initially to fund a school here, then we'd like to see the school get started before you start your next major project. I mean,
and that's the thing, Born. Was that really the nigga's goal from the beginning?
Yeah,
feel me?
I'm not saying that it was. I'm just going.
No doubt. You just stating what he's saying.
I'm just going with the story.
Yeah, no doubt.
So,
yeah, I can understand if he couldn't do it, if there was like a block where they wouldn't let him do it at all. But he can't say with $500,000 he can't open up a fucking school when they just opened up schools with shit.
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. When we had the Yahubu Academy on, who started with one room, you know what I'm saying? And now, 5 years later, they graduated 16 adults and about to have graduation for the kids, for the youth who done went through. You know what I'm saying? They graduating kids now. You can't tell me that with 500 racks, man, you can't get no shit started, man. You 500 racks, son, you can get it started and move for the next at least 3 years. Good. I'm talking about good for 3 years. Easy, no problem.
3 years. Niggas did it from scraps for 5. For 3 years, he goes for more than 3 years.
You know, when I say that, that's top of the line. Everything top of the line. 3 years. Top of the line. You putting it out there. I was about 3 years with staff. You know what I mean? A couple of people hired, everything. You don't have no problem with putting it on. But definitely 500,000, man. Shit, man. Like you said, yo, people doing it with less than $10,000 a year, man. Exactly. They doing it with the money out their pocket and the love out their heart. You know what I'm saying? They doing it from that. So I'm not really,
and being a psychologist, you're supposed to know the nature of our people. Our people tend to jump on bandwagons. So if you got your school and it's rocking, the people are going to jump on that because they're already following what you're saying. So if you show them, okay, this is what I'm saying and this is what I got in motion, you'll get more people jumping on your program. Mm-hmm. But when you ain't doing shit but just talking, niggas ain't feeling that. They want to see something.
Yeah,
we're show me type of people. You got to show me what the fuck you talking about.
Because we'll go with you, like, because we got love for our people and we want really the best for us, we'll go along with whatever you're saying for us for a minute, man. We'll roll with it, but then all of a sudden, man, we're going to start asking them critical goddamn questions, man. We're not playing this shit.
And you know what I'm saying? When you really I don't really know where the nigga got the bulk of that change from, but from what it peeps out to me when I'm looking at this shit, Boyce Watkins put a plug in for the nigga. Some of these little suit and tie niggas, these little boule niggas, man, they was helping back this nigga on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he got some money from grassroots, but it was like, to me, now that I'm thinking about it, it was some opportunists on this bandwagon and shit. So, and then, like you saying, okay, an all-boys fucking school, like, where y'all get, you know what I mean, where these ideologies come from, man? Where this shit coming from, B? But you come to the grassroots people asking for the bread, but truthfully, with the circle he in, he could have just stayed in that little, you know what I'm saying, that little house nigga circle and propagated that idea amongst them. So then, like you saying, it's more to it behind this nigga, man. These niggas, it's agent talk, man. Agent moves being made, man. That's how I'm seeing it. That shit just look real suspect. The whole shit look real suspect. And then when you get a nigga like this doing this type of fuckboy shit, now when some real brothers and sisters come to the community to try to make a move to actually get some funds to really make some shit shake, now they're going to be questioned because this nigga already didn't abuse the trust and respect of the people. So this is why like I said, nigga, get his money back, man. Whoever telling this nigga you need to get the funds back is right on point. You ain't do shit with it. Get it back to the people who gave it to you so they can give it to somebody who's actually going to do something with it. Right here on this soil.
Wow. Shit. Well, you know, it's already that time. It's already that time. We're making a lot of moves right now, man. It is what it is. Like a lot of these laws, one thing I want to say well, this really ain't got nothing to do with the conversation, but it just popped into my mind about being armed. About being armed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's part of the combo, baby. Go ahead, run with it.
Yeah, man, because we need to be armed, man. I'm saying, like, a lot of states are changing a lot of their laws and shit like that. And a lot of these southern states and more Midwest states is really deregulating a lot of these gun laws, man, so you can hurry up and come in there and get this thing. You know, the more outside states is tightening up. And I'm saying that if you really want to get the opportunity to be able to invest in armory, you know what I'm saying, in armament, I mean, you need to move to Kentucky or get some type of residence in a state like Kentucky, Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying, Wyoming, shit like that, man. Get some residency there. And then that way, you know what I mean, you'll be able to purchase weapons at a lower cost for one, and also at a more easier rate without so much red tape. You understand? So I just wanted to say that real quick, man. It just popped into my head. Think about these things, how they doing us wrong, and sending us off into all these other goddamn directions. Like Fred Hampton was saying on that little clip that we played earlier, man. I mean, it's about really the real education. He's talking about repatriating, but you repatriating without doing the initial step, which re-education. You know what I'm saying? Because you can like you know what I'm saying, like you say, you can get the people there, you can get something popping, but if they mind ain't right, then we're gonna end up with the same situation that we got here. People bringing over, you know what I'm saying, white ideology right over to the community. So that just don't work without having your politics right. That don't mean like, you know what I'm saying, that don't even really mean like a K through 12. That means, you know, it's a situation where people understand the politics of what they're dealing in. You know what I mean? Because these technical skills and stuff like that, you don't learn that. That ain't learned through school. That's learned through doing it. You learn how to build a house not by, you know what I'm saying, you might learn how to read a blueprint at school, but you don't learn how to build a house by looking at the goddamn YouTube. You learn how to do that shit by putting your hands on it. You got to put your hands on it, or you can't never say, hey, that's something that you do. So that's what's going on right now. You can't, you know, we're looking at ourselves as Africans in this African community, but that's something that you do. You be African. You do African things. You do that which is going to be the best for the African people. You do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got rocking off right now, man. Just to put a juxtapose to some of this nonsense, going on. That's why I said we starting our own school, man. And we're not trying. We just trying to. I'm just trying to graduate people. That's it. Trying to get people graduated. That's it. So they can move on and get some of these technical skills. HVC, HVAC, all that shit. Electricians, try to get some of these skills up under their belt so they can be able to build, because it's food, clothing, and shelter. We work in agriculture, but we need clothing and shelter. So that's what we got rocking on. And we talking about schooling. That's what I just met a bishop, right? Dude got a little church, but he's a fashion designer. He make clothes and shit. Him and his son. So I rocked off him the other day, and he was like, "Yo, listen, man." He seen me. I'm RBG'd up. He like, "Yo, Black Power, whatever." So I'm like, "All right, Black Power, what's going on?" We chopping it up. And so he's telling me the skills that he got. So right now, that's what we're going to incorporate at least an hour of his skills, fashion, designing, and clothes manufacturing to the curriculum. So we already got one intricate piece of the curriculum. And also, he used to be in the public food system, so he know a little bit of the structure on, on dealing with that. But just he's well equipped with knowledge and just sitting around in the community. And he tuned in to other teachers who can help with the program, because there's a lot of elders who are in the community who know the white man ain't shit, who done retired from jobs like teaching, who want to give back something, but they don't have no outlet to do it. So that's what we striving to create. And I'm saying that that's to me, that's the model to go off of than the model of give me $250,000, I need $2.5 million first. That's some bullshit. Especially when you never built a school, never. That's bullshit. But the real thing about this shit is, hold on, man. Hold on. Daily family. So I get this.
Wow.
All right. Dr. Umar Johnson. All right. Where is it at? It just dropped. June 15th. Oh, shit. Excuse me. No. All right, let me see. Here we go. Maybe this is it right here, and I'll read this to y'all. So then you'll get the full context of what it is. Wait for it to load up. All right. I pulled that up. So I'll just read this letter. And we'll deal with it from here. Declaration from the elders of the Bailey family disowning Umar Johnson and unverified disgrace to the family name. Declaration from the elders of the Bailey family. Disowning Umar Johnson and unverified disgrace to the family name. Terrence Bailey Sr., speaking on behalf of the Bailey family elders. Sunday, June 19, 2016, to Umar Johnson, whom it may concern, I speak the following declarations under the authority given to me on behalf of the elders of the Bailey family, many of whom are in their 70s and 80s and have the rich memories of my family's history. I'm Terrence Bailey Sr., born and raised in Eastern Maryland, Talbot County, Maryland. I'm a United States Army combat veteran. I served in Operation endured freedom in Kandahar, Afghanistan, 2012 through 2013 with the 115th Military Police Battalion, 1st Combat Team, 1st Armored Brigade. I served with the 200th Military Police Company, the 115th Light Infantry Company, and 29th Transportation Company. Since the Civil War, a Bailey family member has served in every American war, with several being awarded the Purple Heart among other awards. The Bailey family also produced the nation's first African-American Sergeant Major. The Bailey family, myself included, have a rich history of service to this country. The Bailey men are protectors, honorable, and selfless men who believe in service and sacrifice. Umar Johnson, you claim to be a Bailey, but you do not exhibit any of these traits. All right. I'm a verified member of Perry Bailey, the firstborn of Harriet Bailey, the mother of Frederick Douglass. My ancestry to Perry Bailey, the big brother of Frederick Douglass, is authenticated through death records, census reports, marriage license, and slave records, all confirmed by the former curator, Captain Ingram of Cedar Hills, Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C. My ancestor, Perry Bailey, big brother of Frederick Douglass, was known, respected, and held in high esteem. Bailey's wife was sold into slavery in Texas. He changed his name to Perry Downs for the mission when he found his beloved wife, Lucy Bailey. Furthermore, I must note that Frederick Douglass was born Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey. Disgracing the name of Frederick Douglass as you have done is disgracing the Bailey family name lineage and the elders of my family. The Bailey men and the Bailey elders have decided that enough is enough. Umar Johnson, by claiming to be a Bailey, you have brought dishonor to my family's name, a family in which you are not part of. In a phone conversation with you recently, I respectfully asked you why the wisdom of my elders was not consulted before using the family name in what has become a personal money-making scheme on your part. I asked you about your academic credentials, which the public has rightfully questioned. You have not verified any of your academic credentials to any of your supporters. I also asked you about your alleged lineage in my family. Your answers were insufficient at best, internet-based research at worst. The next day, you referred to me as a flunky on your Facebook page, but you didn't answer my question. After speaking with you and reading your reference to me as a flunky, my concerns and suspicions increased dramatically as I did more research into your many disgraceful controversies. Oh, man. They mad. You promote racial division and hatred. This ain't Frederick Douglass' way. Our family fought against racial hatred and slavery. We inspired civil rights movement. Our family does not represent the racial division. There's arrogantly Bolivia, speech after speech all around the country. The school, the District of Philadelphia, recently banned you from speaking at their schools, and I congratulate them. I pray that others follow their wise decision to end your divisive hate speeches. No sensible person should trust you with their money or children in a school, bus trip, tour, or anywhere else. All right. You not only a racist hate monger, you see the disrespect and also hate women. All right, they get into the old Kim Ringo thing where he called her a maggot, a tramp, described as a queen. And they like Frederick Douglass wouldn't have said that, but we're going to keep going through that. Umar Johnson, you talk in circles and often contradict yourself. You hung up on a female caller in a live radio show because she asked you about your financial transparency while raising money to purchase and open a school, which you have failed to do. The deadline for the school's purchase was August 21st, 2014. 2 years past the deadline. You still did not open the school, but you are collecting money without telling people. Without telling people where the money is going. And hold up, yeah, you made insults, threats. They just re-quoting, and he called black people trifling after getting $250,000. You know what I'm saying? They're going to his repatriation. It says, lastly, you run around claiming you're a member of the Bailey family for years. Now, let me see. All right. Yeah, man. Well, listen, I'm reading through here. Let's see. The bottom part is, I speak the following declarations on behalf of the elders of my family from the authority they have granted me for such purpose. I hereby declare that you, Umar Johnson, are a disgrace to the Bailey family's name, lineage, and elders. I hereby declare you are guilty of misuse and fraudulent use of my family name. You are not a validated and documented member of my family. If you were such, I hereby declare for the authority of my elders that you would be disowned due to your disgrace of my family name and lineage. You hereby directed to return all monies you have collected using my family's name for your fraudulent school, which you had a deadline of August 2014. I encourage anyone who donated to your devious scheme to seek full refunds. Refunds, I report you to the proper authorities. If you have spent their money intended for a school, you are also directed to either prove or stop claiming yourself a member of the Bailey family. You are advised not to flee the U.S. seeking an extradition treaty for fraud and theft. You are advised to hold yourself accountable, not as a Bailey, which you are not, but as a man which you should act like. And that's Terrence Bailey Sr. on behalf of the Bailey elders. Black power. God damn. Black power. And that's what the word is on Umar Johnson. He's not no kinfolk to Frederick Douglass, which he so many times, I heard him. You ain't Frederick Douglass cousin like me. You ain't this like me. I said, all right, home slice. But he's doing the damn thing. So what y'all think about that right there?
I think he needs to either show proof or give up damn bread. Well, he needs to give up the bread anyway, but at least show some proof of who the fuck you say you are. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he needs to proof now. Right, that done went far.
Here's the thing, too, though. I got to peep this nigga's moves out, man. This nigga, okay. He was in Tariq's little bullshit. They're supposed to be hitting colors, right? Tariq got him in here promoting this nigga as this doctor, such and such. You're supposed to check a nigga's credentials before you put this nigga in your little Jew finance motherfucking, you know what I'm saying?
Juvie.
Fucking, you feel me? Your little juvie and shit, your production. But, I'm like, shit, these motherfuckers, they talking about they proud of being in the white man's wars and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, we need to get both of y'all niggas need to get smacked the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Sound like you trying to debase him, not on the fact almost that he was fucking over African people, but because he ain't patriotic enough for y'all motherfuckers to represent y'all's family. Because he ain't been in no wars like your motherfucking great-great-grands or whatever the fuck. So the shit sounds...
Go ahead.
I'm just peeping. All that shit sound like some fuckery. I don't know who to go after, them or Umar.
Right. Yo, that's how I was feeling, man. That's why I'm
like, what?
Oh, go ahead.
Nigga said we was in every war for the white man.
I tried to overlook all the cool talk in the beginning.
Yeah, no doubt. Get to the.
I just tried to overlook that and see what the the point about Umar really was.
No doubt.
And the main focus was that he's not a member of the family. He hasn't showed proof of that. He hasn't showed proof of none of his academic credentials that's been questioned. So basically, that he hasn't proven anything that he says he has done. No proof for the school, no proof of nothing. Stop saying who you are. If he's been able to produce the school, I don't think Theodore or whatever the fuck Bailey would have said shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody if he produced the school, nobody from the family would have been. They would have had too much to say because that would have been near existent. Then people would have cared less and less about his credentials because they hear the information that he's dropping. They know that it's sound information, so they would have less and less. It's like Dr. Phil Valentine. Niggas know Phil Valentine ain't no goddamn doctor, but he's so thorough with the things that he do that, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that but just as an example, he throw at what he do enough that people give him that title and respect him in that mannerism. You feel me?
Yeah.
Word like that. And Umar had that same type of presence. Like I've read some of his stuff. I've seen some of his videos. I always thought that he spoke articulate. I felt like a lot of his stuff, though, I known through Amos Wilson, but that wasn't really, he updated some things. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, clear. All right, Umar. Move. Like I said, I checked him out a couple times. But now at this point, where I heard him saying that you can now call the college and get his transcript. That he had told the people who don't release this stuff or had it where he didn't have to release it. And so now he said the people called him so much about people calling every week. It was like, yo, that listen, man, what's up? Can we at least release it? So he told them, all right, y'all can release my credentials. So I don't know about that yet, though. I haven't done the background on that right there because, like I said, Umar wasn't that flying that high because I had already suspected that he was talking too extravagant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was talking about himself personally, like you were saying, the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm that shit. I'm Big Papa, and I'm that shit. You mad because they ain't like me. Like, any criticism that he got, he didn't deal with it like somebody that I would think who was a psychiatrist, clinical psychiatrist or psychologist, a doctorate in any one of those fields would handle criticism, where instead of dealing with it in a mannerism to dispel the criticism, what he does is he sidesteps it. You know what I'm saying? And then
red herring on that ass.
Y'all be red herring, then make a counterattack against those who making the criticism. Which that's wrong.
Yeah. That when you hear this nigga talk, bro, he talks from he don't really drop no fucking facts. He just speaks very fucking aggressively, and he speaks using a style of verbiage where, because he's using these big words and shit, if you're not a motherfucker who well versed, you might not even question what he's fucking saying, because you just be intimidated by niggas' verbs. But when you really listen to him, he ain't saying shit. He's not saying, like you said, the shit he's really saying. He's regurgitating shit from different people. Dr. Wilson, who's Kwanzaa Kajufu. All these motherfuckers did all that shit already about the war on black babies and shit. So he's not saying shit, but he speaks aggressively in a tone which he tries to intimidate motherfuckers, man. This is why when he was in that little meeting, like, what y'all want to do? Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. We can step outside if you want to. Yeah, I thought so.
Nigga.
Didn't really give nobody a chance to respond to the step outside. He came right quick. Hey, yeah, I thought so. You see? That's what I'm talking about. See, but he's one of them niggas that know that's the psychological shit that I will try to guide. I ain't gonna even give him that. I see how he uses whatever little psychological type of insight that he might have. He bluffed the fuck out of motherfuckers.
Not to it. Like, I'm not saying that when I made that statement about the psychology.
Yeah.
That a person who was, you know what I'm saying, if you was really about that shit, like you wanted to do it in the what we would call the right mannerism or something. He went
Well, you basically
like that. His answer showed a deviance or some shit. It showed that you're not a forthright person.
Ulterior motives.
No, what do you say?
Ulterior motives.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, damn, son. I'm like, yo, man, why would you answer the fucking people like that, man? You showing that you don't give a fuck. That to me, that's how I felt. I was like, yo, you just showing everybody that you just don't give a fuck. Like, fuck yeah.
Because he done got everybody bought in to the fact like they really think this nigga some type of doctor, PhD and shit. Ain't nobody had time to really run the background on this nigga. So he was on a couple shows. He was in Hidden Colors. So Tariq certified the nigga. You know what I'm saying? So they like, oh yeah, Umar. Because for real, when I heard this nigga speak, I'm like, man, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, where did this motherfucker come from?
Yo, listen, right? I'm gonna tell you. Now look, man, I caught the story that A.A. Rashid. This is how Umar, I like it, like, on some real shit, Umar, he admitted it his own self, and real shit is he known because of Sonetta TV. Sonetta TV is what blew him up. You know what I'm saying? He even gave credit. It said that he never had, that he was doing the information, but he wasn't pulling crowds like that. He said, so he got on Sonetta. So Sonetta put his videos on his channel and started highlighting them. So after that, he ain't never stopped. So he just been popping ever since then, popping super hard. So I'm like, man, all right, you got put on through that. And Sonetta said, A.A. Rashid, the one who gave him the first video of him. You know what I'm saying? So got on. So he got on because through another nigga venue. Now he be talking real good. Like, them niggas is, I think that's probably where they beef at. You know what I'm saying? That nigga blowing up.
I would want to know why now. Like, why the Bailey family ain't come out when the nigga got caught up with the conscious stripper and all that? Shit. Like why they come out now? Like, that wasn't disrespectful to the family name? You getting caught up with a stripper and all that?
You did.
No, when he first started running this shit, they should have came out. That's all. Now he said he.
But I can say if they wanted to chill and see if let's see what you gonna do. You gonna produce this school? Okay, let's sit back and see if you actually gonna do this because, like I said, they may want a school and they family name. That's a good look. Mm-hmm. But then once the stripper and all that shit pop off, why not denounce him then? Why wait a year later where really ain't nothing really popping? He just ain't doing shit.
Nah, see, your brother Dondre, that's why I think they fucking with him. Because that new plan he just threw out.
Repatriation.
His new plan is
the new plan.
I want to repatriate. And they like, what the fuck going on here?
The new plan,
School in Frederick Douglass' name, nigga, and y'all niggas talking about repatriation. Nigga, do you going back to Africa? Not with our name. Because we heard all that bullshit. Because that's what else stopped me when I was reading it. I was like, yo, just trying to digest all that goddamn crooning that I was reading. This nigga, my brain was fucking up, talking all this patriotic shit. My brain, what the fuck going on?
I hear you. Bro, you started skipping like, okay, hold on. All right, right here, we got some solid shit, okay. You try to skip over the bullshit when you was reading it, like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, my brain was like, yo, hold up, man. You can't just keep talking this patriotic. This is bugging right now. He's mad at Umar because Umar don't like white people. That was like, hold up, brother. That shit just fucked me up. He don't want to be integrationist. Now, look, nigga, that ain't no shit I'm going to be riding with y'all with on that. I can't ride with y'all. I don't give a fuck if you stole. Anyway. He a Hagen G man to me anyway. I don't even got no respect for President anyway. Because that nigga did some little scrupulous shit in his time, in his own time. He stopped. He put up a fight. Plus, people ass. So I ain't got no love for no Douglas.
They said he was the one who came up with the term colored. He said, I don't want to be called black. Don't call me colored.
That nigga, he's a fool. He's the one who, when they was going to go to war in 1862, 63, family had the guns up, ready to go to war with, you know what I'm saying, with America for the freedom of the Africans. Frederick Douglass taught niggas down.
Say, wait, hold up.
Yep, that sure did.
Taught niggas down by one, you know what I'm saying, because he loved white women. All because he loved white women because they're mulatto in them. You feel me? See, that's what happens to mulattoes. That's why they dangerous. And so he pulled that mulatto shit on us and then waited till the war started and then told niggas go enlist with the North to help fight the goddamn Civil War.
He put a Bezo on us, didn't he? He put a Bezo on his nigga.
Double reverse. He did the double reverse on us and shit. So that was just wild right there, just reading that. But then, like you said, why now? But that's what I think. Why now? Why it popped up is because they're not building the school now. And like you said, the school thing would have been a good look for their name. Like, oh yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey. They didn't even care about Marcus Garvey name going in there. As long as Frederick name first, man, then we good. We okay with that. And then lo and behold, look at this shit here.
And well, truthfully, when you was reading that letter, Brother Bourne, it sound like that shit is like third party. It don't even sound like that's really somebody's. It sounds like that's a disgruntled motherfucker just typed some shit up and they're using different people's accolades. The more you read it, because they was making reference to different situations that seemed a little more personal than just him using the fucking name. But that was just me. That was what I was getting. But I don't know.
Nah, the nigga said they had a conversation and he asked him about his damn credentials and he ain't proved that.
Yeah, that's why it was personal. Like, just with Brother Dodre. Son said it. He said after that, the nigga called him a flunky or some shit. Said, that nigga was tight about that, son. Wait a minute, man. I'm really Frederick Douglass family. I fought in the war, nigga. I fought in the war. You know what I'm saying? So he was mad, nigga. You ain't showing me no respect. Put respect on my name. Nigga put some respect on my name, and he didn't want to put no respect on it.
Nigga said that.
All three of y'all niggas is going down. Umar, all three of his names. Umar Infantata, Dr. Umar Johnson, and Umar. And no, hold up. He got another name because his name wasn't Umar. It was something else. I can't remember right now.
I hope it wasn't Oswald Bates.
Huh?
I said, I hope it wasn't Oswald Bates, too. Junior. The third or some shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, this shit getting messy, though. It's getting real goofy and messy.
Jermaine. That's it, Jermaine. They said we're
going to
get
he looked like
Umar
like
Johnson,
a fucking Jermaine.
Jermaine Johnson, and Umar Infantata. We getting all three of y'all. Y'all going to put some respect on my name when you say it.
Hey.
I said, damn, but that's why it was personal like that, fam. He was mad because Umar dissed him, man. Umar dissed him.
Also, Boyce Watkins also was like when he asked Umar about his. Some people had talked to him, and he was bigging up his school. Boyce Watkins was bigging up Umar's little school and shit. And he said he asked Umar about his credentials because people kept asking him about it. He said when he asked Umar flipped the script on his ass and quit taking his calls and shit and cut him off.
Cut him off, huh?
That's what Boyce said.
I think I did hear Boyce talking shit mad.
He was hurt.
He was like, no more.
Boyce was hurt.
No more, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that nigga my money and the nigga won't talk to me. I ain't support it.
And that's what he said. He said, I got a lot of people to invest in this school. And so when I asked him about his credentials, he seemed to just kind of flip the script on me. He pulled one of the psychological moves on you. Nigga said, out of sight, out of mind, motherfucker.
Nigga put the Jedi mind trick. Yo, man, we need paperwork. Paperwork? You don't need paperwork. No, I don't think we need no paperwork.
Talk to Sarnetta, man. He know what it's about. Nigga, Sarnetta TV.
Paperwork, nigga. You need paperwork. The other niggas say paperwork. Yeah, man. Let me see paperwork, man. Let me see your credentials. Credentials, you don't need. You know what? No, we're like, just like on the Jedi, nigga. You know what? We don't need to see credentials, and that's what the people did. He said, "What you mean credentials? You see my name? It say doctor." That's why the dude was tripping on him. You know, when I got his book in here, and the dude was tripping about it not saying doctor up here. He was like, "Yo, why couldn't you put doctor up here? What, you've been defrauding people?" Because it say Umar Johnson. It don't say Dr. Umar.
He explained that at the time he didn't finish his he needed like 4 more credits or some shit, and he eventually went back and got the 4 credits. Oh, so he was supposed to be official, but he ain't produced the paperwork on those 4 credits. I think it was like 4. It was like 4 or 8 credits. He had to complete a paper or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That he did fail to do because he was touring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I remember that. I think I remember something like that happening. Yeah.
See, that's the psychological shit right there. So I believe he might really might have his degree on that shit. Cause that's some slick little goofy shit to say.
He was supposed to have been a principal and shit. So I mean, he had little things that made him look somewhat legit.
Yeah, he had to have some masters, but you know, how many people you have seen already that went far with some fake shit? Niggas got all the way in the height. Motherfucking crackers got all the way in the White House.
Feel me? Y'all say George Bush was president, motherfucker.
But yeah, it says psychoacademic Holocaust. Umar Johnson. Don't say doctor. But he got another cover that did say doctor. He had another one. But he didn't put it out. But he had it as like an advertisement. Mr. Umar Johnson.
Say that title again, Brother Bourne. The Psycho. What? What's the name of his book? Psycho-Dynamic Holocaust. It is hustler shit. Look at it.
Psychoacademic Holocaust. I can't. It's really in the cut. It's really in the cut right now, so I really can't get to it.
Did you ask him where that title come from? You had that chance to ask him about his book because you said you met him a couple of times.
Nah, man, I really didn't. Like I said, when I went and seen him, you know what I'm saying, and I met him, just spoke to him for a couple of minutes. I didn't really get a chance to really sit down and chop it up with him. I looked at I got the book. You know what I'm saying? And then I read it, and then after that, I do got questions about it. But he only spoke with certain people like, you know what I mean?
What was your initial, analysis of the motherfucker just off the quick, brief moment that you met him? What was the vibe you got from this dude?
Yo, the nigga was he got mad confidence about his motherfucking stance. That's what I can say. He got confidence about himself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, like that's, you know what I'm saying? He had it, word like his energy wasn't bad. He didn't have no bad energy around him, not to me. But it was like, it just depends though. Because like, certain parties, like, some people that I know felt a different type of energy by him. I don't feel no kind of, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm intimidated by people, and I think some of the people who might don't like people who got strong energy like that, and they feel like they're intimidating them.
Now, off of your street sense, your street nature, did you see a hustler, like a petty hustler, like a nigga who was just like?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. He got good energy. Like I said, man, like when I say that he got good energy, he got confidence about himself, you know what I'm saying? That's what you got to have if you're in the street. If you want some street shit, you got to have confidence about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You thorough enough to be able to, from what I know of you, just speaking on the line, you can read through a nigga talking street shit, but not a street nigga.
Yeah, he a nigga who, he got a hustle, he got a street hustle in him. He got that. Like, that's like, you can tell. He talk, not from his language, but just the way that he moves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in there watching, like, the way that he moves, like, you know what I'm saying? He, you know what I'm saying? He got street, he a street type dude. He like, you know what I mean? He intelligent, but he do got street type of characteristics about him. You know what I'm saying? Which is natural growing up, you know, in America. But like I say, he got a confidence about him, which is a representation a lot of times of motherfucking hustlers or confidence, you know what I'm saying? Confidence hustlers. You know what I mean? And when I mean a confidence hustler, you know, it means just that, somebody who builds you, who he gets you to give him money by making you feel some kind of way about yourself. You know what I'm saying? He make you feel good. He make you feel good about giving him money. You know what I'm saying? He play on, you know what I'm saying? This is a confidence hustler. And he play on your emotions to get money. He play on that, you know what I'm saying? To get money. He know how to have schemes that you go. Give to. You know what I'm saying? That you going to give to, you going to feel like you obligated to give to it. He know how to play, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a confidence hustler. And you know, and like I said, that's the energy. He got that type of energy. I ain't saying that's what he's doing, but that's what it seems to look like that more and more. It seems to look like that more and more, and he got that energy to him where he definitely could pour that on somebody, no doubt. Definitely.
And the reason I asked you that is because when I first heard this nigga, the first thing I got is this nigga's purpose, bro. That was my first vibe. I'm like, nah, this nigga's purpose. Everything he do is too animated. The nigga's way too animated. You know what I'm saying? That was my first take on the nigga. And when I listen to his lingo and his energy, it don't add up. It's like he's putting on an act. That's what I got, and I was like, nah, I will never fuck with that nigga. That was just my first vibe.
It's Black Power family. It's not hard to confuse confidence with cockiness, and he does have a big ass ego. I mean, some of the shit he play on, but then again, his words and his actions don't match up. So there's a little essence of hypocrisy in his rhetoric as well, which don't act on his actions. He kind of give off the vibe like he's doing you. I'm doing y'all a favor. Okay, Johnson. He talks to himself in third person. He refers to himself in third person. That's ego.
You said it perfect, though, Mekara. His actions and his speech, they do not equate to liberating my people. I don't see that. I don't see the sincerity, and I want my people to be free. I see the sincerity in, nigga, my niggas need to pay me for my time. They need to pay me. Huh?
Are you saying that Mekara saying that about that's like the way that he moved, like I said, man, the way that he moved, that's how he moved like that. He moved like a nigga who know how to hustle, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta know something about yourself, and you know, you gotta be feeling yourself well enough to pull a hustle over on people. You feel me?
No doubt.
The reason why people like the reason why hoes be drawing the pimp sometimes is because he just look like he exuding the energy that you think mean that you about something, because people don't know that energy. So if you exuding the energy like, yo, you think that you know what you're talking about, and you already feel like, yo, no matter what, I know what I'm talking about, and can't nobody say nothing against that. And if people feel you got that type of confidence, they don't even fucking question what the fuck you doing. They don't question you because they feel like you're unquestionable. You know what I'm saying? Because you done presented yourself as being an unquestionable authority.
So then it takes a real motherfucker to come in and put this nigga on blast and be like, man, hold up. What the fuck is you talking about, B? He be like, what you mean? And then that's when you'll be able to expose that nigga for the masses. Because like you said, if the energy is powerful enough, people be able to they'll go with the flow. If your energy's powerful enough, you articulate enough, sometimes you'll be able to have an effect on your environment where motherfuckers just won't question your position. They'll just roll. You know what I'm saying? But it take a thorough nigga to be like, man, hold up, nigga. You ain't about that shit. Because like you said, the nigga's credentials should have been questioned off the top. You a doctor? From where? What year you come out? I ain't putting you in hidden colors, nigga, until I can verify that this is what this is what you do. This is the field that you roll in. This is your professional field.
But you can't use hidden colors as a statesman because, I mean, he had Phil Valentine in it. He ain't check his credentials on that, especially the first couple ones. He was just putting whoever was popping in the black community. He was just trying to get them on their shit. So I don't understand why he's not going to check his credentials for that. But people in the community have questioned Umar's credentials from the jump.
And that's what I was
just never
saying, though.
Answered them.
Yeah,
no doubt. What I'm saying, though, is the fact that the nigga was fucking with Tariq and Sneak right there shows you that, you know what I mean, the nigga wasn't certified no fucking way. Because the same way he was up there speaking with no credentials, Tariq was up in that shit talking a bunch of horse shit with no credentials.
Black Power, what it do tonight, brothers? Stuart Maker, how you tonight, family?
Black Power, I'm just listening to this dialogue y'all having with Umar Johnson and
you privy to that information, brother? I'm about to post it in the back room. The reason why we on this conversation, there was a letter that was put out by the Frederick Douglass family that repudiated Umar Johnson being a part of the family and stating that the people need to not only stop bothering with him on that premise, but also seek to get their money back for anything that they have invested in him.
Right, that goes to show you right there. He kind of put his foot in his mouth on that one because if you listen to any of his lectures, he prided himself on that so-called legacy of heritage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I come, you know, and you can use that contextually. I come from that, you know, I come from the line of Malcolm X. I come from the line of, you know, such and so forth, and I mean that in spirit. You see what I'm saying? But he used it in regards to direct bloodline and lineage to give you the illusion of him being a credible individual. You see what I'm saying? That's another case, like the whole stripper thing. Me as an individual, I didn't have no problem with the whole stripper incident. But those people who listen to him and follow and keep up with him and go on Facebook and go to his lectures and so forth, they were a little astonished because once again, his words didn't match his actions. You would take an individual like that who has background in child psychiatry, has a lucrative background in education and so forth, you would assume that individual would be kind of grounded on establishing a good relationship with the queen, or more so at least being married. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Especially of the black men. What is
Let me get it out. It's like, okay, if you're a politician, right, and you're not married, you will only be able to persuade a certain number of people because they will say, well, damn, this motherfucker can't be that credible. He can't even lock down a solid relationship with the opposite sex. You see what I'm saying? So if you notice, most politicians, they come into the game, or most leaders, they're married already. You see what I'm saying? That you know, he don't even have a queen, you know, and the whole relationship he had with the stripper chick was him, once again, doing her favor. Mm-hmm. When brought up, out of his own words, he took the position as, once again, I was doing that sister a favor, pointing at her background, she has a son and so forth, and I look, why you not married already? Have your own son, Mr. Doctor Psychiatrist, who knows the black mind better than anybody. You see what I'm saying? You would have to take that route, and people wouldn't use that to discredit you. You see what I'm saying? So he falls, I'm not surprised, Brother Bourne, basically, and make it short and sweet. I'm not surprised.
Mm-mm. No, I don't think it came as much as a surprise as it would have, if he wouldn't have solicited that $200 and solicited that $500,000 out of the people. See,
you mentioning him and children. Hey, initially came under fire because he wasn't paying child support.
Yep, to one of his children. Yeah, you're right about that. Remember that.
That goes to say once again, maybe he needs to come down the level. He sometimes we get information, and we all get the feeling ourselves sometimes, but because his confidence has become ego in regards to nigga. If you would be more, you have a better approach if you would just rationalize your situation in the Black America and say, hey man, I got child support too, man. I'm in the system just like you are. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But when you paint your picture as a nigga with all the answers, and you want the trust of young blacks, you want black parents to trust you with their children. Okay, what you're standing on, buddy? What is it? What is it that you firm on? What's your foundation? That way, to build that trust on. And he's painted this picture of him being a master psychologist. He's painted this picture of being a descendant of you see what I'm saying?
Oh, all right. Your phone went low for a second, Brother Menkarat. I heard you state that he was a member, or he claimed to be family members of, and then it just went out for a second.
I don't know how that was so, but what I said was he plays. Where did I stop at? What did you miss?
No, I just heard. I believe you were saying Frederick Douglass. I think, and then from there it just muffled right on out. Did you say that?
I said he uses his you said that he got discredited by the Frederick Douglass family, but he gave you the illusion that he was a direct descendant.
Yes, sir.
And this gives you the illusion that he's this sultan, this savior. You know what I'm saying? Now I will say this: he did do a good. He was one of the first niggas that came on polite.
Yeah.
And then take a hustler to catch one, or take one hustler to call another hustler.
Ain't that what the saying go? Ain't that how the saying go? It take one to know one?
Yes, sir. I think that, and he's seen the game he was running, so, a lot of these individuals, I'm happy this is coming up because a lot of these individuals, there's a void in black leadership, obviously. And all the qualifications are very simple. You see what I'm saying? A black man with some integrity and accountability. That's it. That's it. But if you notice, motherfuckers don't want to be accountable because, it goes back to that whole white-black dynamics and so forth. Or, black men were always called boys because we weren't allowed to be men. And with manly type responsibility, accountability comes with manhood. You see what I'm saying?
No, you're right. You're right. You're totally right about that. When you said integrity and accountability, that's one thing that is missing. Nobody want to be accountable for shit that they do or nothing that's going on. Everybody want to shift the blame. It wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. If this nigga didn't say nothing.
And that's a dynamic. That's a man dynamic. Every man reached that age. I know I have. I turned about like 25, 27. You going to learn to apologize for a lot of things. I don't want to turn this into a different discussion with women, but women lean, men that's raised by women use that same approach, hey, you made me do it. You know what I mean? Very rarely a woman will take accountability in most cases, but that's a characteristic more or less put on men. Let me do this. That's me. Put the blame on me. I can take the burden. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I did it. You learn to say, I'm sorry for a lot of shit you ain't even do. You know what I mean? That's kind of like a man characteristic because a man will make to suffer. Women will make to feel pain to some extent. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally agree. 100%. I agree 100% with that. Because I've been bear the witness to that. When you got to as a man, because you can't, if you don't take number one onus, then you can't be like you want to control nothing. You know what I mean? You can't brush shit. If when shit fuck up, you ain't the one that also take the fuck up when it happens. You got to take the steer for the good and the bad. You can't just take the good and leave the motherfucking bad if you want to be the man. So anything that happened, it's all my fault. It's my fault first, then after it's my fault. That's the way I can figure out what's really going on. Is if I take accountability for whatever happened, then I can really see it for what it is. As long as I don't acknowledge my part in the situation, then shit all around me fucking up, it'll stay fucked up.
Well, the reason you saying that, Brother Born, because this man's job to restore order. Sometimes the only way you can get order is you just take the blame for the bullshit so we can start actually dealing with this shit. So you be like, all right, yeah, I did it. Now what y'all say happened again? Okay, that's on me. Forget that part. Now what y'all saying actually took place? You know what I'm saying? Because a woman, they get emotional, so the man got to always bring the logic. So sometimes the logical move to make is just to put, I take responsibility for that part. Now let's go ahead and get this shit rolling like it's supposed to be rolling.
Mm-hmm.
But you said something slick, though. You said, how did Umar even say he got his foot into the quote-unquote door of the conscious community? Who brought him in? Where he say he first got his recognition at?
Cheddar.
There you go. There you go.
Diddy run the city. Diddy run the city.
There it is. So he came in already on, a corrupted platform. And when you look at most of the charlatans that's out here scamming the community, what you'll find, the majority of them got in common, they're all fucking with Sa-Nizzy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, let's not lean too much on that because, let's be honest, that's not a platform that's really hard to get on. You see what I'm talking about?
Not at all. Not at all. If you can start some controversy and make some money, get some hits, and get some debates popping, you in.
Yeah, that's what they see the controversy, they see the debates. But if you got the attention of more than 5, 10 people, they'll put that camera on you.
I think everyone on this phone could get on that couch if they wanted to. With the rhetoric that niggas is spewing on that platform, anyone on this phone, if they really wanted to, can get on that platform.
Well, and when I say that, when I said that about Sa-Netta, it was brought A.A. Rashidi brought Sa-Netta, nigga, Umar Johnson DVDs. That's how the story went. He brought Sa-Netta the Umar Johnson DVDs, and then Sa-Netta called him up and was like, yo, I want you to come down and come be on my shit. At least that's how the story goes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell the story how, I got to tell it how exactly how I heard that it went. It might have went some other way, but I'm going to just let it go for what it is. Take it for what it is and move with it.
No. All these niggas got to be exposed, man. Umar is just a part of one of many charlatans, man, that's misleading motherfuckers, usurping the resources and the energy out of the community.
And he had such a good idea, man. It was a good idea. And he got enough to really do some real work out there, man. Well, as we said, it's Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Slaughterhouse Saturday. Who's still betraying the African Revolution? It's anybody who robbing it for the community. Especially when you plagiarizing the works of goddamn Amos Wilson, Kajufu, a little bit of, took a little bit of Francis Creswell, took a little bit of everything. Rolled it up and spit it right back out at us, man. That's just dead wrong. Now, but I think that, the bad thing about it, though, is that it's other confidence scammers who are utilizing it in order for them to look better. Like, see, look. Well, see, we told you, look. And that's what I don't like about that, is that it's giving other confidence scammers an avenue to try to big themselves up. Like, they ain't about that same shit. That's why I said I was tripped out when I looked on YouTube and seen that the God Killer had teamed up with the Hebrews to go against Umar Johnson. I said, come on now. I said, damn, at least if whatever, shit like we doing, look, I'm not going to play motherfucking no Hebrew reading that shit on the fucking show. I might as well read this shit my damn self. Because I just don't rock like that. We don't feel like that. So I can't see it. That shit was like, damn, why would you do that? Unless all y'all just down together. One big ass team.
So you can tell when motherfuckers is operating under an unoriginal idea. I mean, time will show. Said he been doing this job for a long time. He been really going state to state every year doing his lectures. And if you notice, niggas is biting, he created a new culture to some extent. But niggas are trying to use his formula. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
With the whole coming and doing lectures now and doing debates and so forth. But they oftentimes they lack the charismatic nature that said he got. You see what I'm saying?
Cool.
Over time they flop. But in all actuality, they all want the nigga spot. I go for the Amara frauds. These niggas is atheists, Masons, wearing, trying to promote Egyptian culture. Oh, he calling you niggas out. You see what I'm saying? Everything them niggas, every move they make is not really on growth and development. It's on notoriety. Moving right along. Everyone on that platform almost is looking for notoriety. The pimp polite. This nigga, out of all this shit, the lectures, he was at a debate with Tommy, so that's misdirection, notoriety. Even fucking, what's my nigga name? The comedian dude. He don't even fuck with the nigga Tommy Sotomayor. And I watched this nigga, Corey Holcomb. You see what I'm saying? A lot of niggas is hip onto the nigga. So why take us back down that road? And then you pick some old frivolous ass topic to discuss is the black woman, shit that neither one of you niggas be speaking on. Misdirection. Somewhere entertainment snuck in the door with lectures. Eddie made it entertaining to hear your history. But niggas that don't know history all he do is keep talking about history because you niggas don't know it. Before my nigga came, niggas was talking about, niggas still talking about Sumer and the Nephilim. Giants, goddamn me, and UFOs. And want to be black leaders. Don't even know you don't even know how we got in the situation in the first motherfucking place. You don't even know the Middle Ages that your enemy went through to institutionalize your situation. You see what I'm saying? You don't even know the alphabet that you brought into being. You don't even know the creations that came into being one word, Misdirection, promoting confusion and using misinformation to create that confusion and maintain that confusion. You see what I'm saying? And all it takes is one nigga that know history or one elder that know history, and them niggas all fall in their place. Because they can't get away with taking you, these niggas want to talk metaphysics and not history. I'm talking about A.A. Rashid, Red Pill, Blue Pill, all them niggas. You see what I'm saying? They talk metaphysics. They want to deal with the comedic metaphysical, but don't want to deal with the ancient Egyptian history and reality. Well, if we would just study better nature more, we'd crack the code. Niggas is lost. And niggas need to pull their coat on that shit. You see what I'm saying? Say, hey, man, maybe I know some niggas who would rip that shit to shreds, man. You may not want to go out there promoting that shit. I'm going to let you know now before you embarrass yourself because you want to be in a position to lead, and if you lead, you're going to embarrass us. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with the youth getting up there. Pick some qualified youth. You got young Pharaoh. If you listen to him talk, young Pharaoh Allah. How you mix those two words together? This nigga talking about fallen angels and the Nephilim. Niggas don't know history. You still caught up in that Bible. You have not even really dissected that Bible yet with human history. Come on, feet on the ground, because we're not going to open the platform for that mythology. We cut the shit out the door. If you're Hebrew, you're a Muslim, hold on me. Okay, well, make your comments very slim. We'll try to talk around that shit and get on some politics and history. Well, we don't want to hear it because we can hear, once there's some shit out of your hands, you're going to bring up that mythology.
Okay. Just stick to the subject. Now, you said that No. My man, yo, listen, man.
Umar Johnson, Muslim, ain't he?
Who?
Umar Johnson.
Oh, man, this nigga got a new name. Umar.
He is Muslim. He's a Muslim. He's from Philly. Look how he wears his beard. I mean, I know niggas rocking their beards everywhere. That's why A.A. Rashid vouching for him. He got a big Muslim community he fuck with.
Listen, Mr. McGraw, he say he practice Ifa. He don't practice no Islam. His new name is Umar Ifatada.
What's the foundation? That's good. We all we all change, go through our little metamorphosis. But let's look at the demographics in which he represents and come from. He's from Philly. I ain't never been to Black and Nobel bookstore, but I know 75% of people go there Muslim.
Yeah.
I ain't no problem with that. I ain't no problem with that. But I know the demographics. You see what I'm saying? Look who promotes him. Jaime, a.k.a. Solar Mind. That nigga fucks with him. He from Philly. He's a Muslim. Ofard, a.k.a. Baby Dewey. He fucks with him. He's a Muslim. You see what I'm saying? If you just follow the connection, what is the glue that binds these motherfuckers? They all got an Islamic background. I was Muslim for 10 years. I could smell it on the motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. That Islam hold them niggas together because they sure enough. Jaime and them sure enough be fucking with them niggas. Fuck with them hard. They fuck with Umar hard body. He the only one they fuck with.
Now, anybody on the line, is everybody here on the line, tell them who Umar is in Islam. Because y'all said that wasn't his real name. So if he changed his name to Umar, a Muslim would do that. Because of who Umar was. Any Muslims on the line?
He said his father changed. I think while his was on the line, he was. I seen him earlier. I ain't looking at the screen right now. But I seen him earlier.
Any ex-Muslims. So it don't mean like I'm making this shit up. Huh? Umar is the second caliph of Islam after Muhammad died.
Wow.
He's the first caliph because Muhammad died before he could really be caliphate in, with the whole rights and everything. So the first caliphate was Umar. See what I'm saying? That's like Umar Johnson wanted to be the first nigga with a big Booker T. Washington type school.
Yo, that shit ain't funny, but the way you said it, that shit wasn't funny, but the way you said it sure enough sounded. Damn, that was a good analogy right there.
What's his real name? I said he changed his name. What was his real name?
His name's Jermaine. I know Jermaine. It might be Jermaine Johnson. I know it's Jermaine.
JJ.
No, Jermaine. Matter of fact, no. His name is Jermaine Shoemaker, I think. I think it's Jermaine Shoemaker or something like that.
Let's look this shit up real quick.
Yeah, it might be Jermaine Shoemaker. Word. I'm trying to recollect exactly, but it might be that Jermaine Shoemaker or some shit like that.
But how this nigga got a full beard with no mustache connected on it though?
That's
Islam.
Yeah, that's that Muslim shit.
That's Islam. Keep the mustache. A lot of the Muslims, they got protocol for everything. For how you should dress, how long your fingernails. So you really become Arab. That's why you could always sense a Muslim if you fuck with it for a while. How he dressed, how he carries his beard. You see what I'm saying? He was Islamic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a straight Muslim beard right there. That little no mustache beard on around. I was like, this nigga look funny. Then I just started thinking about this because I see a Philly. I said, oh, he on that Philly shit. You know what I mean? And they all Muslims. Well, not all, but shit, like Michael said, 75-80% of black people in Philly. They're about 75% Muslims, man. They not Muslim. They got parents, somebody close to them practice. But yeah, that's that funny beard shit. I'm surprised that he ain't dyed this shit orange yet.
And like I said, I have no problem with that large contingency because there is some black militancy in Philly. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Along with the Islam there, but I'm with this RBG thing right now, 2016, because it's a new thing. It's the first time we're using just history to fuel our spirituality, to fuel our social change, to fuel our revolution. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we always had, there have been many revolutions, Earth, but the base for spirituality was based on a myth or a religion, and after that we got right back to putting that in place. And if you know that the two cultures support one another, you'll be always conflicted in the end. You see what I'm saying? Like for individual who say they're Christian and wants to be an RBG revolutionary, at the end of fighting, they're going to go right back to supporting Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ is the first European invader in Africa. You see what I'm saying? You're worshiping the white man. I don't care how you're blacking it up, you see what I'm saying? You worship it. So your psychology goes, after the immediate threat, you go right back to supporting white supremacy. This is the first time we're throwing out all the religion. We don't want to deal with none of it. We just want to use our history and history alone. And if you notice, when you don't know a little history, you'll replace that with mythology. You see what I'm saying?
You got to.
So the individuals who use in the mythology don't know the history. So the history is stronger than the mythology. And this is the first time it's happened since we was, like Seti said, since we was first fighting off them boats, when we remember what Africa was like. You see what I'm saying? We starting to remember now. And then you got and it's a trip, because the stronger we get with history, the more offended they get. I have never seen this large number of black Hebrewites in the past 5 years of my life. Have you?
I ain't never really noticed them. Like I said, we live over here. I live over here with niggas around, but I don't. Them niggas got energy. They got a new energy pushed out. You right about that, because I can see it. Like I said, I got homeboys who I would never believe. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? You a Hebrew? I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. How we go from? Listen, man. I thought we was moving. You know what I'm saying? We went from Christians to Muslims to God body, and then from there you supposed to just went straight black power, straight up. Cause now niggas going from God body to goddamn Hebrew. I said, what the fuck do you mean? Oh, we the chosen. We the chosen. The Bible say, oh man, word. I'm saying, man, the homies they coming out 30. That's all you must do. These niggas 30, 34, 35, man, 28, 20. These niggas is coming with Hebrew shit, man. I'm messing with the young Jesus, man.
Action is going to be a reaction. For every action is going to be a reaction. They are the reaction of our numbers getting big with niggas not fucking with the shit. And look at what their first attack was, Christianity. But you niggas are still Christians.
Yeah.
So they changing. Because we changing. Because we done dropped too much motherfucking heat dealing with that Bible. So they say, okay. Well, damn, it's because we weren't Christians, because we were the chosen people. See, that's a reaction to an action. You see what I'm saying?
Because we ain't the chosen people. Now we the chosen people. Now what you going to say about the book?
No, this fucks me up. The reason why that can't be us is because their names changed too much. Okay, what's the Hebrew? What's the Israelite? Goddamn me, an Akkadian, an Assyrian, a Babylonian. They'll have you to believe they all one the same. Why they change their names so much?
Yeah, you're right about that. They Canaanites, they Babylonians, they all
Canaanites, Babylonians, Israelites, all in one.
Them niggas from Sumer, Mesopotamia, everything.
Black power to the family, man.
Black power, brother. Black power.
Black power, man. I want to say just what y'all was saying, man. I had got ran up on by some Israelites the other weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? And what I've realized, man, is none of them knew chronology, my nigga. None of them knew what Dr. Walter Williams be telling us about motherfucking dates, my nigga. You feel me? Shit. So I was able to easily work them. You feel me? Put that work on.
And yo, I'm saying I had a dude out here just the other day, man, so loud. Yo, this nigga talking about the flat earth in front of my house, man. He's out here talking about the flat earth. I got the little young lords out here. We building. We was watching, I don't know, we was watching some lecture. So the lecture ends. So son is like, he out here, he's talking about flat earth, talking about the Bible, and you know, and like you said, they don't know no chronology. They don't have no grasp of history, of actual history. It's all based on Bible. I said, yo, man, where you learn about the flat earth from? So I'm like, yo, where you learn about the flat earth from? Because this shit is bugging me out. He was like, yo, it's in the Bible. The Bible says a flat earth. I said, oh, shit. And like, nigga, you 40 years old. Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
YouTube, these niggas be listening to these white boys talking about the Illuminati, and then they fail to realize that the white boy come right back with the Bible.
Yeah, he's back on this shit with the Bible. He's back on with the Bible.
Man, the shit was so crazy, man. I went to the event to, you know what I'm saying, for the 5% of event, right, that they had out here, and you know, just go show support and love. You know, I did what the 5%ers be doing. You feel me? But at their event, the goddamn Hebrew Israelite lady coming up to me talking about God told her put something on her mind and come tell me. Out of all the people out this motherfucker, God put something on her mind to come tell me. And the first thing out her mouth is, I bet you think you are African, don't you? I'm here to tell you that you ain't. Oh, man, I had to go in, bro. I said, man, you must don't know who the fuck you talking to, man. Let me tell you what God told me to tell you.
Was the queen with you,
let me tell you what God put on my chest to tell you.
God talked to me. God talked to me, too. Right before he talked to you.
Was the queen with you, Brother Tim?
Nah, she wasn't there that day, man. You know, we had big
man, that would have been perfect.
She wasn't there, but
the perfect matchup.
Oh, Lord.
But I had to hold it down, you know. I had to hold it down and kind of turn it to because it was like 4 of them out there that was hitting me back to back to back. So it ended up being where, you know, they got
jumping
my
niggas.
little teaching for a second. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
They was out there jumping niggas.
Yeah, they was trying to get at me, man. They had, you know what I'm saying, they had to circle on me, man, hit me from all over the place with that bitch ass book, my nigga, trying to get at me, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get at your boy with that book, man, but no. Had to put my feet in the ground, put my feet on the ground, standing silently, asking first, second, and third, man. You know what I'm saying?
I say, man, damn, Brother Tim said, man, you know what said, God put something on my mind to tell you. You think
yeah, man.
What? You know, I know that shit fucked you right up. What? You think
that shit fucked me all the way up, man. I'm like, damn, all these people out here, man.
I had a similar argument with an individual. This nigga posting pictures of what they say are Sumerians and Akkadians. And look, these are the Hebrews, right? So I'm like, nigga, ain't no pictures in the Bible to confirm that. Have you ever questioned that? Think about that. Biblical archaeology, they're my nemesis, right? Why is biblical archaeology so late in the game? How did the Bible come out before archaeology supported it? Meaning, you could just see a picture of an Egyptian and know that's an Egyptian.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck does a Hebrew look like? Exactly.
I don't know. He got a filthy ass beard.
I don't fucking know either. Shit.
But why ain't no damn what Moses look like? Don't know what these motherfuckers look like because no pictures. Because just like in Islam, you know, God forbid images. But he wanted words? What the fuck? But does he discriminate against images, but he loves words? Because written words are symbols, right? Written word is images, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm breaking it down a little deeper. I'm just saying, come on, family. Y'all know what I'm trying to say here.
Mm-hmm.
The emphasis on that whole belief is placed on the word, the logos, right?
Yeah,
what are logos? Written symbols, right? They still symbols?
With the logos, man. If you ain't with the logos, then you done, man. You got to get, your ghost must be too high.
Go back to proving your point, Brother Boy. Even in the 50s during segregation, we might have known a lot of things, but we knew we were African.
Yeah.
I have never seen this large number of motherfuckers run from being African. A nigga will call me an Afrocentric.
Yeah, man, that's that bullshit.
I don't even know what the fuck an Afrocentric is, man. Nigga, you call me that shit, man, I'll be having problems, nigga.
White man, that's what a white man calls a nigga who's too black.
Yeah.
Or that's a white term. So how did you coin a white term? You sound like a white Jew.
Yep, exactly. That's why I be on it like that, Mickara, because I know you talking that tactic. Try to talk to me like a white motherfucker, and I don't like that. I don't like when black people do me like that. Don't talk to me like you're a fucking white boy. You call me
another nigga posts a debate. See, they want to take the form. Now they're having debates too, right? Bishop such and such versus Bishop such and such, the Israelite. I said, damn, when did motherfucking Hebrews become bishops? Listen what I'm saying. The tax should be white Jews. Right? I ain't never heard no black Hebrew Israelites talking about being a rabbi. When did they hijack you niggas for y'all culture? Because history says they had it a lot longer than you ever had it because they don't even read the Bible. Them niggas are in the way. Them niggas. How can I put it in short and sweet? To see, they are our first enemies. So I'll put it like that. To see a large number, this is what I'm saying. To see this large number, I ain't never seen. I'm going to festivals each year. Black Pride Festival is getting bigger and bigger each year with real African first, second, and third motherfuckers, right? How is it that these numbers are rising and then a bigger number of ex-Christians, they still Christians, and they even, I was raised in AME church, African Methodist Episcopal. See what I'm saying? That's the oldest church in America, 1787. I mean, they got the first shit. If King James completed the Bible in 1611, 1789, you got an African Methodist Episcopal. You see what I'm saying? It's Protestant because we were English slaves. You see what I'm saying? But it's African. They knew they were African. These motherfuckers they will fight you. They will fight you because they motherfucking masters are white slaves, white Jews. I mean.
Them motherfuckers, it ain't even the Hebrew ain't the one who made his own comeback, man. It's niggas who brought him back. Niggas pump life into that shit. That's where I be having a problem, like, you know what I'm saying? That's where the problem with certain venues come in, man. It's because you're promoting that shit. You promoting it, actually. Even though it seemed like it's a beat up, it's an attack. No, man, you always allowing them to have something where you like they won something. Putting them up like they did something good. And next thing you know, I never seen no shit like this. But once I start seeing Hebrews on quote unquote black media sites, you know what I'm saying, which was African-centered media sites, that's when I started seeing Hebrews make this big push and large comeback into the community, or in matter of fact, not even Hebrew, but Christianity, period. Because like Brother Minkara said, this shit is nothing but Christianity by a new name. And so, once we seen that, that's who gave it life. It wasn't them. They couldn't get themselves life, not with a dead motherfucking book. You can't give yourself life. You got to have Africans resuscitate your ass.
By power.
We doing the wrong shit, resuscitating that bullshit.
Hell yeah, they promote the most self-hate. For a lady to come tell Brother Tim clearly RBG. She knew exactly who she was talking to. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you knew exactly what she was doing with that bullshit, my nigga.
Mm-hmm. Disrespectful.
Because look, fam, I was the only one out there. I mean, I ain't gonna say that I was the only one, but most of the niggas, it was a 5% event. You feel me? It wasn't no RBG event, my nigga.
So it was.
So, you know, I was one of the few RBG niggas out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit just, like, this nigga, like, goddamn, everybody, you pick me out here, huh? Set a bitch. I'm finna give it to you, my nigga.
Yeah, and that's that disrespect, though. That's that disrespect. Like, you think you can disrespect me like that. That's how I feel about it. That's a disrespect. So you can obviously see who I am, and you come to me and tell me, yo, you ain't that. At least if you want to be respectful, man, say something to me like, you know, ask me about myself. Don't just come tell me fuck I'm not, man, because you doing that. I don't like that. That should be disrespectful, man. I don't do other niggas like that. Real life, you say you that shit.
Like, and then niggas out there making comments. Some of them other Hebrew niggas out there making comments talking about slavery was the best thing happened for us. And my nigga, I'm like, man, my nigga, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you walk around making these kind of comments, my nigga. We got people out here, bro, that's listening, my nigga. And you fucking up their head with that bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like, man, why you coming so hard, bro? You so aggressive. I ain't trying to hear that shit, my nigga.
Nigga, hell yeah, because why the fuck
nigga, we talking about the minds of our people, bro. Is you serious about this shit, my nigga? You playing, my nigga?
The only motherfucker that'll make that statement is a nigga who don't know the history of slavery. Exactly. So let's forget about it. Let's move on from it. You see what I'm saying?
I had to walk away from the nigga when he said that shit, bro. Like, man, come on, my nigga.
Because it make you want to fuck up. Just like that, it make you want to hurt somebody, man. Real life.
And see, you can, that's, when you study with comrades and shit like that, you can just, what niggas choose to talk about, how they talk about it, they confess their ignorance of it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's first thing that irritated the brother Tim. I could tell, slavery did us right. Oh, I got to hear this. The nigga's gonna go right to the immediate, because he don't know anything about our culture before that shit took place for him to make that kind of statement. You see what I'm saying? So he's basing our success on our success post.
What's crazy? It was a pastor, my nigga. This nigga's a pastor, like my nigga. You just ain't just no nigga to go to a church, my nigga. You
Brother Tim, I don't need to know about slavery. I got the Bible. See how dangerous that book is?
Yeah.
This is all I need to know.
I got the Bible. That's what they rock. I don't need to know about that. I got the Bible. I got the Lord now, man. I got the Lord now. You know what I'm saying? And they're always, oh, Lord, man.
So he's basing his knowledge off our slavery off that Bible.
Yeah, what they kept trying to do was use that motherfucker for historical facts, my nigga, and I was chopping their ass up every time they would do that shit, bro. Every time, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Using that shit as if this is the correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, you going by that, that's wrong for chronology. That's wrong for I kept bringing that word up, my nigga. That's wrong for the time, my nigga. Crazy ass nigga. But what I realized halfway through the conversation, man, was no matter how much motherfucking information I hit her with, no matter I'm hitting her with information, sources, my nigga, everything. I mean, so you know something, I'm not just spitting, I'm not just goddamn making up. I'm telling you where to go look, woo, you know what I'm saying? But I seen even after all that shit, the motherfuckers wasn't hearing none of that shit. So I realized, man, that shit was a waste of my goddamn time and energy.
Yeah, because all they do is believe.
Weapon, homie.
You don't gotta have facts when a nigga believe. You know what I'm saying? If I believe,
it was more about. I stopped even arguing with them and more started like speaking to the crowd. You feel me? Like shit, nigga, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it that way, bro. Like, these niggas ain't finna hear none of this shit. I can goddamn put the proof right on their forehead. They ain't trying to hear that shit. They too far gone, my nigga. If a nigga say slavery too good for us, my nigga, then that nigga too far gone, fool.
Yo, nigga told me that the sun go around the earth, nigga, that the earth stands still, never move, and the sun and the moon rotate around this motherfucker. And that God put them out there, that the sun and the moon don't got no other shit going on with them, but they just lights in the sky. This nigga is 40, got kids. telling his kids this shit. I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, look at the book. I'm like, yo, the Bible don't even make sense. I'm like, look at the chronology. Let's look at the first beginning of the fucking book where he say when he started making shit, this nigga had the plants made before the sun. How the fuck can you do that? How the nigga? Oh man, but that's God. He can just do it. What? And that's the logic. God can just do shit, man. When you bring up loose shit like that, man, God can just do it, man. So believe conquer motherfucking facts all day, man. I believe hard enough, no matter what facts you bring, they wrong.
Yeah, man, they'll forget anything logical or anything goddamn sensible, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That Bible make them motherfuckers be able to display some crazy shit, man. Shit.
I had the same conversation. I had to tell my man, I said, yo, so you know what? I said, you know what? I ain't even going to talk to you no more. I said, because I see that you basing your shit on the Bible, and what I'm talking about don't make no sense because I know the book better than you know the book. So now we not really having no good conversation.
Exactly, bro. And that's what was happening. That's what was happening out there, my nigga. Like I kept hitting them with that 1611 day, man. You know what I'm saying? The fucking print. I kept hitting them with that shit, man. That motherfucker sitting here acting like my nigga, like that shit just don't mean shit. Like that shit just got there. I said, my nigga, what was your ass doing in 1611? Crazy ass niggas, and you up here defending this bullshit, nigga.
Oh man, brother, we must have been on the same stage, son.
Yeah, man. I'm saying, my nigga, if that shit ain't there to see, my nigga, how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I mean, like I said, even after saying that, breaking it down, showing the chronology of this, even after that shit, the niggas were still on the book, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
I
wasn't hearing none of that shit.
I tell niggas, listen, man, I wasn't here. I'm like, yo, man, niggas like, yo, listen, like you know, I wasn't here when that shit happened. I said, I wasn't here like you wasn't here. No, we was here. No, look, I wasn't here. I was born during the motherfucking 70s, nigga. You born during the 60s, nigga. That's when you dropped on the planet. So anything before then, man, is shit that people done told us, or things that we done researched, man. So you can't just.
I told the woman, man. It hurt me that you a black woman, man, coming to me telling me that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit hurt me more than anything, nigga. It's some craziness. Shit.
Mhm.
I'm here have to argue with a motherfucking black woman about a white boy.
Belief is a dangerous weapon, man. And them will be first people who are going to attack, you know, they want to rationalize your facts. Well, they don't even think about the facts. The Bible keep you looking down, it don't keep you looking up. So these niggas talking about the world is flat. Nigga, explain the season. Why the sun just don't rise in one spot and set in one spot? Why that motherfucker rotate? Each degree.
Yo, son, because God did that. Niggas don't got no more answer than that. God put it there.
God did it, nigga. God did it.
God wanted to make sure that we had the season, so that way you can know the times of the year. That's to get the time of the year, so you'll know how many years have passed, how many days have passed. This is what, and I'm not saying this to be facetious. I'm saying this because this is how someone was explaining that shit to me, and I'm like, yo, what do you mean? I was like, though, so if the Earth flat but a circle, so you telling me the sun is really flat? It's just like a light right there. It ain't no. Nothing else on the other side is just like a flat plane. Yeah. I said the moon flat like that too? Yeah.
If the world was flat, we wouldn't be able to perceive the sun rising or the sun setting. It would just come up and fall down.
Man, yo, son. I couldn't argue with the shit. I said, all right, then. Nah, man, look, let me show you. See, because it's supposed to do like this. And I seen this video when the white boy said, what? And the white boy said on the YouTube, I said, listen, man, that's that motherfucking white man shit. I said, the white man was talking about the earth was flat, you know, a couple 100 years ago, man. He going back. He going back to the bullshit, nigga. And basing it all on the Bible. Because the Bible say it was four corners on the earth. The Bible say, this nigga talking about there's water up under us. Ain't no ground. Like you go through the ground far enough, you're going to just get to a whole nother lake of water up under us. And there's a big thing of water over top of us.
That's another weapon. Another weapon. The television has done and has been more successful at dumbing people down, and is the most powerful weapon on the planet right now. To take with all this, this so-called science and technology, it's growing in one direction, but common knowledge is just slowly going down in the other aspect. You see what I'm saying? In fact, you can take
motherfuckers. It's cell phones. I just want to add that to what you just said, Brother Mick, right off.
Yeah, it is. It should do more damage. Here it is, nigga. You seeing balls flying, you seeing stars every day, you seeing planes fly over, and the one YouTube video authored by a cracker can convince you after seeing it once the world is flat.
Hey, nigga, this nigga told me, how come when you in a plane you can't see the earth curving? He talking about, look at how we is right now. I said, son, he talking about, how come we stick to the earth? I said, nigga, because you like a motherfucking piece of little dot or sand on the motherfucking earth, nigga. That's why you can't. Talking about, how come we can't feel the earth moving? If it's moving, how come we can't feel it? I said, nigga, do you understand how big you is to the motherfucking earth? Yo, nigga. Hey, what kind of shit? I'm like, come on, man, that don't make no sense, son. You know what I'm saying? But that's where the logic, that's where our people, like Brother Mick was saying, though, technical things are going one way, but the plain common sense of the people, just the basic understanding of ideas.
It's leaving.
You know what I mean? The basic understanding of how to grasp an idea, not how to do no math, not no geometry, just to be able to grasp other people's ideas. They can't. As long as you feed it into them and they think it's from the Bible, we got it. Or they think it's from their source. I ain't even going to say the Bible. If it comes from a source that they deem as good, they can understand. They got it in there. Anything else, they cannot perceive an idea that is outside of the parameters that they already have.
They believe the technology, man. I watch one of those flat earth videos, man. They try to make the shit look so good. It's some wild shit like Antarctica is cut off and they don't let you fly past Antarctica. And this shit is crazy, man. But people believe what the fuck they see on TV, man. They see some shit and they just doctor it up using the computer real good. And they believe that dumb shit.
Son, niggas like it's an edge. Niggas told me the shit like a pie crust, like a pie, nigga. Like it's an edge. Like motherfuckers can go far enough that you'll reach the edge of this motherfucker.
Now let's use our analytical minds for a minute, right? That was a theory in this. Remember, when we talk about the Renaissance, when we talk about the 16th century, the 15th and 16th century, this is the crackers being liberated from religion through science. Y'all got me now, right? Mm-hmm. They're strong. Them wanting to learn science so much was because how much control the church had on their thinking process. Some of the immediate experiments were questioning the reality of the Bible, right? This is what led to Copernicus, if he ever existed, who said this is a helio galaxy. Helio means the sun, right? Now let's go with his little theory. Now, if the world was flat, like this nigga says, and you look up, when the sun goes down, you see the roof of the planet, right? The stars and shit. Wouldn't you think we were able to perceive little flat lines in space of flat stars? Wouldn't the sun appear flat as well? You see what I'm saying? Or rectangular in shape? This would lead to you. We the only flat thing in this motherfucker's floating around. A flat cube floating in space. Okay, they'll argue. Well, they told you space existed. Okay, well the stars remind us that we're not alone in this motherfucker, right?
Know what they say.
Until the Amara go down, Amara is all encompassing. 12 hours. 18 hours, depending on the day, right? But when Amara sets and reflects off the moon, that shows you stars and shit, right? Other planets, for example, right? That reminds you that, how many other motherfuckers, so it's an inward perception, as below, as above, so below. See what I'm saying? These are universal laws of the universe. You see what I'm saying? You know, individuals should have a good knowledge of that before they would even know about science today. That was common sense, universal laws of the universe. Black people say it in little riddles. You see what I'm saying? The law of harmony. What attract, you know, opposites attract in some cases. You see what I'm saying? So for a motherfucker, you know, to just, you know, that's an individual whose mind's been manipulated through experience. You know, it's sad to say that. Only motherfucker who ain't been nowhere and seen nothing can make that kind of statement. You feel me? If you've seen some places, you've been some places, and you see how other people draw the world out, you wouldn't make such an ignorant comment, and then to support it, you just backing up one video, and then you asking more questions to prove your statement than you are giving facts. You see what I'm saying? How do we, like Brother Boone, when you said those are questions, he confessing his ignorance. Well, how come when you fly, you don't see the world spinning? And how come, you see what I'm saying, you're asking questions that the individual who you watch are raising, but you're not using no solid logic to prove that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yo, Makerball, you 100% right, man. That's exactly how I felt. I'm like, yo, man, the more you ask these questions, the dumber you sound, because I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Who the fuck asks questions like that? Like, oh, man, you just get worse and worse in your fucking logic. Like,
you know what hit me? Like, isn't like when you're on one side of the planet, the sun is up. You're on the upper side, the sun is down. And the same thing is north and south. If the planet was flat, there's no way sun is in the north and in the south is night, because it's a flat fucking surface. So all the daytime all across, nighttime all across. What the fuck is wrong with you? And that's common sense. That's no science. That's just common fucking sense.
No science. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to figure out what he was talking about. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? If the sun is up here, how is it not shining on the whole thing all the time? If it's just circling the motherfucking planet. If the sun is circling the planet, how is this happening? How the fuck? I was like, come on, man, that don't make no sense.
The sun is orbiting a cube?
No, it's a circle. This nigga tells me it's a circle.
The sun is a circle. The sun is a circle, but we're a cube.
No, the planet. He said the Earth is a circle, but it's like a pizza pie. It's like a pizza pie, so you know, like the pizza fucking beans, like that. It's like a circle thing like that with a dome over top of it, and up under is water, and over top is water.
It's two-dimensional.
Huh? It's
two-dimensional. But he's saying it's Earth two-dimensional.
Is it two-dimensional? Yo, I ain't even asking him if it was two-dimensional. I'm going to just describe what he said.
A piece is two-dimensional.
No, listen, I'm going to describe what he said. I'm going to tell you what he said. This is what he said. He said it was like a pizza pan, right? It was like the Earth was there. The bottom of it is flat. It's water up under this dirt. There's water. It's a big lake up under all of it. But then over top of it is water also. But in between is the air that keep the water on the top and keep us down here, and I guess they keep it dry, because that's what he said was the firmament in the air. So God put that there, and so it's water on the top. That's why we see the blue skies, and it's water up under the bottom. And we got mountains and all that shit. Everything that we got right here is still here. You know what I'm saying? But it's like on one flat plane. You know what I'm saying? It ain't on a round plane. It's like on one flat plane. Like it, you know, like how when you go outside, how shit look. How shit look out here, how we perceive everything. He's saying that's how we perceive it is how it actually really is. That there is no curvature in the earth. What we perceive, how we perceive it going a straight flat road, that's actually how the whole planet is. It's actually on a plane like that. Even though there's mountains where you can get up high and you can see mad far and might be able to see to the end of the water or something. But you never see the curve. That's what they're saying. No matter how far you look, you can never see the curve of the earth.
These niggas is dangerous.
It's flat.
These niggas is dangerous. These are some dangerous individuals, man. Real dangerous. Misinformation and confusion. That nigga is misinformed and confused. First off, let's just take a picture of the Earth, right? The alleged picture. Niggas fail to put into context that it's the atmospheres that give it the round appearance. He thinks that the world. He's trying to say that there's no possibility that the Earth's a round rock. It's not a round rock. You see what I'm saying? There's different layers to it. You understand the point I'm making? When you see that picture that they show you from from the moon looking at Earth, that first little blue hue you see, that's the atmosphere. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's layers to that shit. That's to give it the round appearance. That's why you can't see the atmosphere when you just simple logic. You see what I'm saying? When you enter Earth, you enter the atmosphere of Earth first, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to pass through Shu, right? What's Shu? The atmosphere, right? The wind. God damn it, it's what, 6 miles of air?
That's what he said. No, he said that's the firmament right there. That's the firmament.
That's the Bible. That's out the Bible, the firmament. That's out the Bible.
Yeah, straight out the Bible. Straight out the Bible. That's the firmament right there. Straight out the Bible. And he said, but see, when you get out there ain't no outer space. Ain't no outer space out there. You can't really go out there. Then nobody could go out there because out there is water. That's where, I don't know what, that's the heavens. The only thing that could be out there is the sun and the moon and them lights up there called stars, but they really just lights. They don't got no purpose. They just lights up there. And that's what it is. Them is just lights in the sky at night for us to be able to see.
So those lights are floating in water?
Yeah, we floating like on top of water. Like a big island. Like the Earth is a big island, like, really.
And that ain't, and instead of saying space, because we are a big island floating in space, but he's saying that the space is water. Interesting.
I don't know. The shit is bugging me out. Like, nigga,
you understand my logic when I said that each planet, let's go with the little planet theory. To some extent, each planet is an island, right?
Yeah, true indeed. An island unto its own.
Especially if he said once you leave outside the atmosphere, all that is water. Yeah.
Like, ain't no atmosphere. Like, listen, it's water out there, but ain't nothing really out there. Because, like, the shit that we see is just what God make us see. So we can be able to tell the time. Nigga, all this shit that we see out there, that shit ain't real. He said, yo, how come the stars, this nigga says, how come the stars in the same place all the time? Oh,
this nigga dumb as hell. Stars never in the same spot. That's proof that the world is spinning.
that nigga off the chain, man.
What the fuck? Oh, man. Why did it come to this?
Everything moving but us, huh? The moon is moving, the stars is moving, the sun is moving, but we standing still, brother.
Son, he ain't want no more part of that, man. I wore that shit out and jumped on her. I said, man, I ain't gonna talk about that shit. I'm gonna talk about your Bible because that's what you got that shit out of, man. I beat the Bible up, man. I seen him 3-4 times a day. He ain't say nothing. He just kept moving.
I let nigga listen to one of them niggas decode one of the movies or something. At least they got some more, they can put in a direction a little more logical than this nigga's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
I said, what the fuck, Glory Life said? I was going to start recording them, but he the type of, he got mad. He was the type mad I started recording them because he would have known that I was recording them to clown him. He would have known that. He would have known off the top that this is a straight clowning session because I was already clowning. They had the young boy there laughing like, yo, man, what the fuck? I was like, son, you was talking crazy. And he jumped to like 10 different things, son, and just kept asking me questions. Well, how come you can't do this right here? How come this is like that? How come, man, I seen it. How come all the pictures you see, there's NASA, that's fake. Everything is fake. I'm like, listen, man, some shit is fake. But goddamn, man, our people, our ancestors already said the planet was round. They traveled the planet already. They traveled it. They traveled around the whole planet. They didn't say nothing about falling off the planet. So they realized that this planet was round. You know what I'm saying? Like the rest of the shit out here. So we ain't got no problems with that. But they. Right.
What about the maps that our ancestors got when Antarctica was fucking grassland?
The Piraeus map that they try to they give it. They give a name to a cracker, but it's the Piraeus map.
I'm saying if that shit was grassland, that means we was in that area and it wouldn't be blocked off or it'd be flat and we can't pass off to see that the shit is flat. So, these niggas is crazy, man. And our people is believing this stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of this stuff is, this is where, I just seen a flyer for young, hold up, man. Where's my book bag at? Where's my book bag? I'm going to give y'all the information on this shit. I'll tell you, Young Pharaoh was talking that flat earth shit.
He might as well be.
Study, though. Them niggas don't cite their work. That's what pisses me off. Okay, when they had the, Phil Valentine was there. These niggas were talking about extraterrestrials, right? Yeah. A lot of them niggas sounding just like that cracker with the funny hair who got a program on the Discovery Channel, Ancient Extraterrestrials. Y'all seen this shit?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he an actor, too. That's what's funny about it.
First planet, and he finds ancient civilization ruins, and he doesn't use cultural relativity to say that these people relatively created their culture. He gives the science fiction and says that extraterrestrials came, and that's why the science can't be mimicked and so forth. And when you see this motherfucker with his hair and his goddamn his suits and so forth, he doesn't know history. But his job is to miss.
Nigga be in there lying like a motherfucker, man.
And these niggas taking this, and they ain't even citing the work. At least say, we got the idea from such and such on the Discovery Channel. You know what I mean? Because the timing in which the convention was right around the time his show was big. So original thought. You got to cite motherfucker. You cite your work, man. You didn't come up with that original thought, because if that was true, how that white would beat you to the punch? You regurgitating, and you actually plagiarizing. Oh, because niggas don't read, you can get away with that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, listen, this is Sun Loves Us Productions. Welcome into Connecticut. Young Prophet. Pharaoh Allah. What the fuck? This nigga got a Christian, Egyptian, Kemetic, Arabic name. Nick, what the fuck? Young Prophet, Pharaoh Allah. You confusing right now. That's confusing me. Doors open at 4. The black woman is God. Why she isn't now, and how can we build her up to her intended greatness? My homegirl going to be there performing spoken word, though. T-Quest. She's from the hood.
Yo. Black Power family was good.
Black Power. Black Power, what they do,
I was just picking back being bull, listening to the brother Sue Mikarai, you know what I mean, dropping them factual actuals. You feel me? But yo, I'm out in this cam world and shit, posting up with the fam. Got the crew on loud, letting people hear the knowledge. Black Power.
Black Power.
Oh.
But yeah, that's what's going down. That's what's going down right now, man. And that's a lot of different stuff in one name.
And fight the work. Fight the work.
He's talking to Anunnaki and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's on the Phil Valentine. What's his name? Bobby Hemmett. He on the Bobby Hemmett, Phil Valentine, Blair, Delbert Blair. He on that kick.
Metaphysics.
The supernaturals.
Yeah. I talked to a nigga the best metaphysical talk comes from niggas who know history. You can see where the shit connect. You see what I'm saying? When you got a lot of mythology in your logic, and you talking metaphysics, that's what it's going to be centered on. Now, they just need to cite the work. Said he's been promoting that for about 4 years now. See what I'm saying? Do we really need another lecture on the black woman as God? If so, it should be a qualified queen.
Mm-hmm. Goddamn right.
Yeah, we need to hear the queen's perspective on that, right?
Elder, you know, we have a culture, an African culture, where big mamas outlive daddies. You see what I'm saying? Don't nobody know how old Big Mama is. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep, you know, so to hear that from an elderly black woman, you know, that would be very, very, very positive, all the way down to the youth. Women got a sisterhood that men can't even touch. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you still got a little bit of male chauvinist in you, Allah, let's be real, Islam ain't liberated no woman. That's why back in the day when Muhammad was trying to say my atheism was in Islam, no. Because when you read Islam, they had to destroy female goddess worship to be so successful.
To even make it, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Black power, brother Mikarai, man. That's what I was telling them fools, man. That's goddamn me destroying the matriarchal system, man. You know what I'm saying? Them damn fools couldn't even comprehend what the fuck I was trying to tell them, man.
They don't know Arabism. When Muhammad came, if he existed, he a myth. But sometimes myths work to civilize your people. And in the myth, Muhammad and Brother Rahim Allah, he can vouch for me. He knows that's what I'm talking about. First thing he did was liberate. The Arabs had a culture. If their second child was a daughter, they would bury that motherfucker. So he institutionalized and gave the women some free right to have a child in that aspect. Listen to what I'm saying. The lifestyle that they live, that desert is something else. They pride themselves on having boys to work. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you was on your third daughter, you had a right to bury her, and they did it right after birth, alive, in the sand. That's savagery. That gives you a window look into their psychology regarding women. And then you look on their side of Islam, like Dr. Clark say, none of them, no Arab woman has ever rose to high power in any Islamic country. Facts. The women get the worst treatment. I mean, I'm watching the other day, this Islam in Pakistan, right? These little Pakistani niggas making advances, and if they get turned down, they come back and throw acid on their face. Because she didn't accept his advance. You see what I'm saying? Only a culture that hates women could do something like that.
Yeah.
Can you reflect back on the African? You see what I'm saying? I'm 34 and I fear my mama. I fear her criticism. You see what I'm saying? I fear letting her down. You see what I'm saying? That's why I stopped having white friends as a youngster. I noticed that. He could talk to his mother anyway. In fact, he tested his mother. And I would come home and try to use that same psychology on my mama and catch the phantom slap. You know what I'm talking about?
What you call it, Brother McRob, man? The phantom slap, man. Hey.
They treat their mother different. You see what I'm saying? I'll make it plain. The way we treat our women, that alone is what separates us from a lot of different people. The queen is my equal. You see what I'm saying? I have no problem with it. She's stronger than me. She can endure pain longer than she. You know what I'm saying? I'm built for suffering, and she built for pain, but she's still my equal. In each one of those books they open up, man was created first. And all sin came from women. So that male chauvinism still fluctuates to this day. So, yeah, make a long story short regarding, that whole topic. Yeah, man, we heard enough about, niggas promoting the black woman as God. Let the black woman explain to us why she's God.
Black power, man. I mean, and that shit heavily seen, bro, in the society we in today, where that chauvinism through the goddamn religion done trickled down to our people and fucked up their African mind. You know what I'm saying? Some of our people. I ain't gonna put that because a lot of us brothers, we still like how Brother Mikra say still fear them. You know what I'm saying? Have that ultimate respect and even fear for your mother and stuff. But some of these niggas, you feel me? Shit. They done took that oppressive mind state. They done took that patriarchal mind state. And shit, that shit is I believe we have to put the black woman back in her place. You know what I'm saying? We have to put her back in her rightful place, man. And that's, you know what I'm saying? As God, shit, we got to. We talk about nation building, shit, can't be no other way.
I agree with that. And see, the thing a lot of people don't understand is the black woman has to be wanting to be put back in. You see what I'm saying? Oftentimes we talk about the black woman being God, the first thing motherfuckers do is equate that with beauty.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
When I said that the other day at the park, bruh, I said the black woman is God, the first thing nigga said is, so you mean to tell me the black woman made the trees? Man, I'm just saying, my nigga. Niggas don't, man. Look, man, you feel me? I was like, whatever, bro. That's how you feel God doing it, right on. You feel me?
Let's be real. Who taught you about the trees, though? Used to be mama. Now they got some fake white bitch in the setting called a school, and she actually playing mama. You see what I'm saying? And teaching you about, songs, nature. Really, they're teaching you about her culture. You see what I'm saying? That's why that's another discussion we should have. Majority of problems that black males have is about white teachers, white female teachers. Treat black men, children a lot different. You see what I'm saying? A lot different than the male counterpart, which is the white boy. Because let's be real. Okay, mothers love their sons, or normal mothers should love their sons, right? Because boys end up becoming mama boys, right? Now let's get into the psychology of a white teacher, a white woman who's a teacher, who has a classroom of white boys and black boys, and she can visually see the genius in the black child. You don't think she's going to treat that black child, a black boy, a certain way from that white boy?
Yeah, damn right.
So she know first off in hand what we capable of, because she a mother. You see what I'm saying? Very rarely white teachers have they damn near have to swallow their tongue when they have to tell you when she's telling another black woman her son's great. You see what I'm saying? You got a good son there. Because she's saying that is putting down them white boys. So you're going to get special treatment. You see what I'm saying? Go back to the discussion we had, I think it was Tuesday night, with this patriarch thing with I think Brother Bourne or somebody else was talking about this black, the sister from down south said it was a sister she know that married a white man and had kids, and she identified her kids as being white because they adopt their father's side. That goes to address it right there as well. You see what I'm saying? Even when you study Native American cultures here, they didn't have patriarchal. They had matriarchal and matrilocal. Matrilocal. Matriarchal was with the women can inherit property, which is a white culture term because the Native Americans had no knowledge of property. You know what I'm saying? Private property in that aspect. But they had access to power. You see what I'm saying? Now, matrilocal is when it was encouraged that the male marry outside, meaning you would go marry outside of your moiety and stay with her people. You see what I'm saying? And two moieties can't mix. And listen to this. This to show you where they got this shit right from ancient Egypt. The bobcat and the coyote. Each different. When you see Native American clans, tribes, they all got moieties, meaning deities. So if you was a bobcat, you have to marry a coyote. And if you was a male bobcat, you would marry a female coyote, and you would go stay with her family if it was matrilocal. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is ponder on that for a minute. These people knew these people had social systems. You can only get that to time. You know what I'm trying to say? How the hardest task is for humans to figure out a system for humans to get along. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy because Europeans list Native Americans as being the youngest people on the planet. Y'all hear that? They say the Native Americans only been around for 30, 25. They got here 12,000 years ago. They got to America 12,000 years ago. And they're the youngest people on the planet. Let the Europeans. But look at their deities and look at their social systems. That tell a whole other story. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have basically they had science to have civilization and deal with savagery before y'all Europeans did. That proves that they're older than y'all. And not only even if someone came and gave them those techniques, you still got to twerk them to fit your people. You see what I'm saying? That takes more time. They took it, twerked it, and had it working for them for a long time before they even came in contact with Europeans. Now, when you look at some of the individuals that are like third world countries, the leading problem that they have is obesity and fatty liver syndrome. The shit that they put in the sodas and shit is so fucked up. You can have a fucked up liver just by drinking soda, y'all, with this high fructose, corn syrup and all that other shit. You see what I'm saying? But saying all that to say to get back to the point, and then once they start embracing the patriarch system like Christianity, they will be fucked up for generations to come. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because sure enough, when it's time to revolt, and them Indians like, man, let's do like Geronimo did. They're gonna say, let's pray for our enemy. They're gonna do like these black Hebrew Israelites try to do to us. You see what I'm saying? And that's their role in this whole movement, is to water it down to get us to go back to church, y'all.
Goddamn right. But when you think about it, all they is the ones that tried to leave out of church, but they stepped all the way out of that motherfucker. They take it to the street, actually. You know what I'm saying? Which most, most churches ain't really do it. So they do try to appeal to the street people, man. But shit, it's on that bullshit though.
Yeah, and it's hypocrisy because, okay, most cultures that practice patriarch systems also practice savagery. So, okay, what they rape and kill, they use either to their disadvantage or to their advantage. They can pick and choose. That's what makes hypocrisy. Like, for example, they still mix matriarchy with it. That's what's so successful about England right now. Because England is practicing a monarchy. Now, anytime you practice a monarchy, there has to be a queen. And you know why she's the queen? Because whatever come out her womb is royalty. Y'all get me?
Mm.
Now, if we're using the patriarch system, it is in its full lightning. That means that every slave that got pregnant during the campaign could come back and say, well, I was raped by the king, and I bore his son, and he's royalty. It don't work like that, see? Y'all follow me?
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
Had a queen, some notes.
Now, this is hard for the European because the European is a high, you know, he's the first rapist on the planet. Being faithful, you see what I'm saying? And he's like that because she taught him to be like that. So that's another hypocrisy. But when you notice, when you see England right now and the success of England, you can call it, I call it luck, because all the English queens outlasted the kings. And all of these white bitches end up having like 9 kids. You see what I'm saying? And she lives like this bitch in power now. She's like the second coming of the first Elizabeth during the Crusades. You see what I'm saying? King Lionheart's mama. You see what I'm saying? She outlived the daddy and 2 of her sons. You see what I'm saying? So, if we really get back to matriarch systems, that'll be the first immediate change. And it's got to come with the woman wanting to accept it. It's one thing for us men getting up there and saying the black woman is God, and if we don't explain why we say that, they're going to think it's solely based on the black woman's ass and her beauty, and that's not what it is. Because she's the first person who even, conceived the notion of spirituality. She's the first person that studied the seasons. You see what I'm saying? She charted the stars. She studied the moon to get in tune with her cycle. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's coming from her. And if it's one thinking like that, it's going to be 2, which going to be 4. 4 going to bring 8. You know what I mean? It's going to promote back that black sisterhood. It's not going to make it look like black men that's getting up there. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, so right now, man, when we say it, man, it make it sound like it's based on strictly trying to get some ass, or it's based on strictly coming from a weak perspective. And I mean, I look at it as totally the opposite. When I say it, I look at it, that's a warrior goddamn ideology. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga, that's saying goddamn, nigga, I die behind that. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Shit, that's you know what I'm saying? Shit. This a different look, man. I mean, we all know.
This is what you hold. See, like, because your God is what you hold the most dear. You know what I'm saying? It's the most. You hold that dear to your heart. You know what I mean? That's what you deify. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. Is that when you take that position, it is just something to kill for.
Yeah. And they can change it up, too, Big mama, grandmama great-grandmama is God.
Man.
And they say, why? Nigga, my family consists of about 40 individuals that all tie back to this black woman. You see what I'm saying? And then you can go into explain her characteristics and attributes. But when you title it the black woman as God, it's kind of vague because that comes with time. You feel me? That comes with time because as you get older and you leave, when you make that transition to the ancestors, that's when you become deified. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where you at on the planet, if you're black, when Big Mama passed, she get the biggest funeral. Am I lying? I'm going to say that again.
You know that.
Big get the grandeur funeral, and everybody, not just family, come out. Other people she's touched. You see what I'm saying?
That's when everybody come out. Everybody show up. The young kids, everybody.
Nigga, when my grandma died, nigga, I fell apart. Feel me? I still this day, nigga, I be sitting there thinking to myself, nigga, a little tear come down my eye. I get to think about, cause I fear my granny. You know what I'm saying? Sit up straight. She conduct. She had high expectations placed on all of us. You see what I'm saying? So when I seen her in that casket, I broke down. You know what I mean? I was. Many other men went through that same situation. You know what I mean? My papa, it hurt. Boom. Big Mama fed you. She knew she didn't have to ask. She just knew she already knew how you was feeling.
But you totally right about that. Everybody comes from down south, everywhere, up south, down north, to come pay homage to Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? And that's that, you know, and as you said that when we done with our ancestors, that's why you can call the black woman God, and it's a long lineage because it's about ancestral worship because that's who you owe where you at now. You owe the position that you at now to the people who came before you, good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? But you could not exist. You could be one of the lines, you know what I'm saying, that don't exist no more. So you always got to pay that homage and respect back. Shit. Niggas only 5,000 niggas have been killed in the street. Shit, 500,000 already abortion.
I said we can make that. You know, niggas having the Black Power Awards, and they using the red carpet type of format. And we ain't even got to do that. We holding a lecture today. Harriet Tubman is now a goddess. You see what I'm saying? Today we're going to raise her to the goddess position this evening tonight and recognizing her glory because of her contribution to revolution. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like how you...
So if a motherfucker need a characteristics of what a goddess is, okay, we're going to give you one.
Mm-hmm. No, because we got to do that. That's the problem. That's proper too. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And what that is about deifying really the attributes. That's why when we look into, you know what I'm saying, Catholicism, they have so many different people that they saint this and saint that. You know what I'm saying? It's a deification of them, not only that person, but whatever attributes that came along. And that's something that's always good for a culture, especially when you're dealing with a reality and not a mythology, but you had a real person that you could show the attributes and things that they did and like you said, deify them things, right? And that's something that we should have.
Mm-hmm. If you do a demographic study, you'll find that a lot of the positions held by black women are nurse positions. Another characteristics of a goddess. You see what I'm saying? This compelling feeling that, you know, to save and help people. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to know nothing about you. You know, that goes all the way back, even when you go to study authentic African civilizations now and culture. The medicine women, a lot of times, is women. It's funny because I'm watching one, and even though the region that they're in is, you know, advancing and Christianity is there, you got a lot of these Africans dressed up looking like Christians and so forth, but when things, they still going to get that spiritual teachings from the elder spirituality, you know what I mean, from her. They're getting herbs from her. You see what I'm saying? So she's the first nurse. She's the first doctor. We big up Imhotep, but we don't big up Imhotep who had a cold mama. He had to, right?
Mhm. So you're right, and that's how I work in the duality because, you know, he definitely, you know what I'm saying, you know, when we talk about medicine, man, Imhotep was a genius, and you don't get that by having a slow mama, slow daddy. Two slow people don't have good kids. They don't make rocket scientists. I'm telling you. Trust. Two slow people ain't may have no rocket scientists. They slow. That shit is improbable. I ain't gonna say impossible, but that shit is highly improbable that some shit like that will happen. Let me see about the work that's getting done. But yeah, family, the lines is open. I see the family out there on the line. Y'all want to add on? The lines are open. It is Slaughterhouse Saturday. Who's still betraying the African Revolution?
Brother Bob Ryan Ruth said he can't. He can't get on.
I don't know why not. I don't know what the problem is. I seen him in earlier. but I don't got nothing. I don't have nothing blocked. Nobody's line should be blocked. Black Power, your line open, right?
Mhm. Right, Rule. Say something.
Nah, I don't see his number up there. I don't see him up there. Maybe when he come back in, I'll see him. But it's not. The line not muted though. The line is open. The line is totally open. Yeah, man. But the monkey.
I had thought I heard him earlier, but it sounded like it was real low.
All right. Well, yeah. If he come back in, the lines are open though. So if someone spoke over him, it's definitely by accident. But let me see. The line is open. Huh? Well, his line was open. Let me see. Well, if you said you heard him earlier, brother Tim. You heard him, but I didn't hear him earlier. So he said he spoke during some of when we were talking about Dr. Umar, but I didn't hear him.
I came in late, Brother Boy, man. Had y'all already spoke on this WCW event coming up, man? Pharaoh and Marcus. Marcus.
Man, they supposed to be getting down for the get down.
I mean, I'm guessing that's what Sinetta and them pushing. I was watching some kind. I seen a little clip with Sadie and Marcus getting it, like having words or something, and then after that I see Marcus and Pharaoh having words. I guess about that. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping y'all knew about it.
Oh man!
I was hoping y'all could feel me and see. Cause I was like, what the hell going on? See.
I ain't watched none of it, but because but who the fuck is Marcus and what would be his contention with Steady?
I just seen the dude kind of pop up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I've seen the Marcus though. I've seen him at the when he had what was that? The comedic thing. The comedic
beginning.
I didn't see him on the stage. Like I went down there. I think that's the one I went to, but I didn't see him on the stage. But he was one of these new guys that was told that come on up here and we want to get the new young bloods in here and all that. He was hanging out with the old head from Brooklyn, Seville. He was hanging out with the old head from Brooklyn, and so he gave him some information. He went down seeing but he's supposed to be like a new Armored Rock Squad member. You know what I'm saying? As far as what I can tell, he's supposed to be like a new Armored Rock Squad member or something like that. His contention is evolution. The evolution thing done kicked back off. So they contention is evolution. He was talking to Flint, said he real greasy about him not understanding evolution and shit like that. And, so him and Pharaoh supposed to debate, I guess. I don't know. I ain't seen none of that part. But I guess he's supposed to be into something.
He's a mouthpiece.
Yeah, he a mouthpiece for the Armored Rock Squad.
Now, if you just got on the scene and you a youngster, you could just you can hear what motherfuckers choose to talk about to see what it. Out of all the shit to talk to SETI about, why would you even want to bring up evolution to him? And I'm pretty sure you're trying to provoke him to have a debate. You gonna choose the niggas want to look. They want to look scholarly in something that they know that they can talk about. And out of all the shit to talk about, you niggas want to talk about evolution.
That shit on the head.
That's why they don't like fucking with me.
That shit crazy.
Fuck, you know, you get in the microorganism and all that shit. Just hold it right there, young man. Or hold it, Lil Ngozi. Or hold it, Unc. Out of all the shit to talk about, out of all the shit that we going through right now, what is that going to do for us? That's misdirection.
They neo-integrationists. Because they...
No, this is the atheists.
Yo, look, I want to think,
I'm saying, brother. They think that they got motherfuckers fooled, right? Nigga, I know who your sources is. All white atheists support evolution. Have y'all noticed that? I'm going to say that again. All white atheists support evolution. If you go pull up, just type in atheist debate, and you're going to hear them talk about evolution. What fucks me up is that them niggas won't even, they claim all that scholarship, they won't cite their work. You niggas that come up with that original idea, you the black atheist, you just a black, basically, he practices Scientology. Mixed, because evolution and Scientology, there's not too far a difference. The whole re-explaining the Big Bang Theory, one species coming from another, is to take out, you know, they stand on that because they use that to disprove God. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The same with Uncle and them disprove God. The niggas is Masons.
Yo,
black evolutionists, Masons. I don't think nobody see them. I know where them niggas' sources is. They plagiarizing a lot of these white motherfucking evolutionists and atheists, and they ain't even citing their work. Just like they if you listen to the whole format that they use to prove evolution, they biting Charles Darwin and won't even say that they getting that shit from Charles Darwin when that shit is Darwinism 101. That's plagiarism. You want to plagiarize the subject matter, and you want to take it to one of our most scholarly individuals who deal with history and politics because you want that nigga spot. They don't care who. They want to see SETI lose so bad. They don't care who do it.
and lately, man, I ain't even been hearing them. Like they refuting that. They ain't saying that it's not Darwinism that they practice. I'm like, God damn, they ain't even hiding that shit no more.
Yo, listen, they got a video up. Mikaran, did you see the Mikaran brothers? Did y'all see the video when to teach the elders? If y'all didn't see that,
I didn't never watch it. I seen it came across my thing. I didn't never watch it though.
You got to listen to this. You got to listen to that shit. You got to listen to these niggas, boy. Oh, you have to listen to these niggas. Them niggas went far. Oh, they went far. Oh, them niggas they was reckless. Was reckless. Yo, y'all gotta hear it. I don't even want to talk about, the niggas was reckless. Them niggas was talking slick about Dr. Walter Williams, that he need to be taught, all type of shit, man. Them niggas was reckless.
Crazy, man.
They got into the evolution shit.
These niggas, man.
No, you got to hear it. You got to hear it. You got to
These niggas picked up James Smalls over Dr. Walter Williams, and James Smalls ain't even got a book out. Not even a pamphlet. I have not been able to find any literature written by Professor James Smalls. Anybody? But he's a scholar. Not one book, not even a pamphlet, not even a short essay, a dissertation, nothing. But you can choose. I'll look at the title of shit. Black Islam versus White Islam. And then he said he's a Muslim. You don't even know history, nigga. That's why he stay in that metaphysical circle with them niggas. Look who fuck with him. All them niggas that fuck with metaphysics, big, cause Unc fuck with metaphysics too. But talk about Bobby Hemmett.
Man, them niggas is all Masons, man. And they did, and yo, they just did a fucking thing. Two of the two of their people jumped on. They did a video with the Talk with the Titans on Freemasonry. So because they all Freemasons. So they were there answering questions.
Consul, Ngosi's big homie. This nigga think he's a godfather. You know, but listen to what they talk about. And you know who's been dicing their ass up lately? Listening to our show? Garfield. But at least Garfield tell you he went to school for theology. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know that Bible. Mm-hmm. And he'll cite his work. He even called and had some good questions for Walter Williams. You know what I'm saying? But he's been, because he knows the history of that book, he able to get with them niggas on no history.
Yeah, Garfield be tight with his history. He be tight. He be tight with it.
But the whole debate thing, that wasn't what the generals, you know, when Seti debated Aline Bey, it was shit on the line that niggas didn't know nothing about. If you listen to the debate, Seti's addresses it. These niggas saying that the black slavery didn't exist. You know, the Moors got some outrageous claims. And Seti addressed that. All niggas saw was the debate, and damn, he blew up. That's all they saw. And if I could, you know, it's getting kind of old, really, because a lot of them is debating topics Seti already dealt with.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's just going over the same shit over and over.
It's like the movies,
in a standstill, man.
Yo, you seen the movies, right? You seen the movies. Fucking Bad Boys, if that shit's a hit, sooner or later we gotta have Bad Boys too.
Yeah.
If Need for Speed, if this shit is a hit, if this shit's a hit, nigga, we got NBA Live, nigga. We got to have Live 95, 96, 97, 2K, 1, 2, 3. We got to get this shit going again if it was something that we prospered off of. You know what I'm saying? It's what built the most energy. They got to have Seti around for the energy because nobody else speaks to the heart of the people in the same mannerism. They don't have the same, you know what I mean, same charisma on the stage and know how to hold the crowd.
I'll give you an example. That debate that Ali Muhammad had with Lloyd Alba, right? That nigga regurgitated 75% of Seti's debate with Aline Bey and didn't even cite Seti. Nigga, if you already had that knowledge already prior, you would have been chopped that shit up. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who gave you that idea to attack it from that angle? Seti. Him getting on Noble Drew Ali and all that, nigga. You would have been already seen that already. You would have seen that whole long time ago. You would have seen the Ahmadiyya connection.
Niggas couldn't say nothing because, remember, Ali Muhammad messed with Nation of Islam. That's Ahmadiyya. That's Ahmadiyya. They all run together. So until he could break his ties with Farrakhan, and he came out with like a video on Farrakhan and Scientology, he couldn't really go against what he already practicing. So that would have blew up in his face.
The debate or the so-called comedic Armageddon. Said he had to listen to like 4 lectures regurgitating his shit. Did y'all peep that out? And the only one that was qualified to keep the attention of the audience from the Amaran squad was Dr. Mott. Said Jetty was all over the place.
Oh, yeah. That's why I went to that. I ain't paid them niggas no attention, man. I can't even remember.
You ain't in no classroom, nigga. He was nervous, and he didn't even have a PowerPoint prepared. He was having technical difficulties and couldn't stay on the topic. You niggas up there with their 33-degree shirts on.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't fool.
Wow with that shit. Now they dropping the Mason shit on us, right? Everybody's now, it's okay. You know what I mean? I ain't with none of that. I'm this type of Mason.
I'm going to say what Brother Griff been saying. Them niggas are wannabe Boule. They can't keep their mouth shut to be part of Boule, though. They want the notoriety and the secrets. You don't work.
and even openly promote that shit to the people. Saying now masonry is good. Forget all that work that all the master teachers put in. Telling you about these devils and how they done with the Masonic system. They gonna say, "Oh no, Dr. Ben was a Mason."
Yeah, no, Albert Pike. Listen, man, Albert Pike book is said to be the motherfucking Bible for goddamn Mason. They say, "Nah, man, that's just a book, man. He wrote that. Don't nobody pay no attention to that like that." I said, "What? Hold up, man. These niggas, you have to hear that." I didn't listen to all of it, but I listened to that whole thing of the elders, and I'm telling you, y'all gotta listen to it. It's just egregious. Yo, trust me, egregious. Like y'all were, and then, sorry, wait till I listen to it. It didn't hear fucking Reggie using the work off of feet, using our work over here. He might, I don't know how he got it, but beating Unc up on some shit that I told Unc about fucking months ago. Beating him right up. Because niggas don't want to listen to nobody. Niggas too arrogant to listen to anybody.
And the cold part is they ain't even Prince Hall Masons.
Yeah, they some other shit.
They think niggas don't do history. At least Prince Hall, that was the first black side of the Masonry, right? He even called, listen up, he named it the African Lodge. He was clearly African. Now these niggas ain't even African no more. And one thing that Ali Muhammad said, because, when you listen closely, these niggas be telling on themselves. The connection that Masonry had with all the religions is that they have to protect the legacy of Serapis. That's all you need to know. They'll let you know that shit ain't ancient. That's what I'm saying. Ali Muhammad came up there, he had a Masonic Bible in his hand. And he said the oath that they take is that the first oath is they will never deny the existence of Jesus Christ. Now, if you know Jesus Christ is Serapis, you see what I'm saying? And Serapis is he's the first icon deity of Ptolemy, like the first, you see what I'm saying? He's the first conqueror of Egypt. That lets you know that shit ain't that old. So it can't go back to Egypt. And if it do go back to Egypt, it's going right back to the Greek era in Egypt. Because our people weren't taking allegiance to protect. Their first rule wasn't to protect that of Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? So for them niggas, because them niggas will tell you that we always Freemasons, we've been in Africa for thousands of years. No, it ain't. That was the case, nigga. You niggas are speculating. Are you a civil engineer by trade? Civil engineers design cities and shit. Where the sewage gonna go? You see what I'm saying? They build shit. They laying bricks down. They building civilization. These niggas couldn't even lay down a brick wall, but to speculate on how you should do it. You see what I'm saying? Our ancestors talk. Their actions match their talk. They weren't speculating. They weren't speculating on shit. Can it be done? Let's see. Let's do some logic. Okay, it ain't gonna work, or it's gonna work. That speculative Mason, when you see the motherfucker sitting there with his legs crossed, with his hand on his chin, he's speculating. That's all them niggas do, speculate. This nigga Consul trying to tell us about black things we need to take in our community with the big ass masonry sign right behind it, smoking a cigar, and niggas wondering what the problem is. This nigga got an alter ego problem.
I got to check that shit out all the way. Oh, so you watched that one, Brother McRock?
This nigga, in the end, he trying to tell us, like, brother, look, how we can alchemize our money.
Oh, that's what I was talking about when y'all was talking about the alchemizing the money.
Alchemizing the money, man. Got to alchemize that money, man.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
No, the best way we can take ourselves some abstract thought, and I'm quoting, is if we learn to alchemize our money. I'm like, nigga, you gonna be using Oswald Bates, nigga, you using big clever words. You know, everybody know what alchemy is, right? Crackers got into alchemy trying to create fake gold, right? They were trying to create gold through a synthetic process, right? If I mix this and I mix this, they were looking for gold, but they found other shit, right? Just say if we learn to make money, alchemize our money. Sound like some occult shit. You see what I'm saying? If you was really into this shit, you would use that mind over matter shit, right? If you think money, therefore you shall have it. Your inability to maintain your money, brother, is because you don't visualize. And you can astral project money right in your hand.
It's off the trade.
Yo, Black Power, brother, make a rhyme, man. That shit had me dying for about 5 fucking minutes. This nigga said, you got to alchemize your money. I said, what the fuck? This nigga I said, nigga, that shit, nigga.
Then he sat back and hit the cigar on him like he said something just real, just the truth, nigga.
Yo, I got this one.
Sat back and hit the cigar on him and said, you got to alchemize that money, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he had me after that one. He hit the cigar and said, alchemize your money. I said, hot damn. This nigga slick with the mouthpiece, my nigga. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
He made me realize nigga had been doing it wrong all this time.
Listen, man, he can sell ice to an Eskimo, man. He out here, man.
I wasn't alchemizing my money, man. I wasn't alchemizing it, man. You know.
Brother Tim, you said he made you realize you've been out here doing it wrong all the time.
I've been doing it wrong the whole time, man.
And what's crazy is it just shows you how far back he wants you to believe that he's up to date with shit. But nigga, we study economy. We know what the real fucking problem is. Let's look at, we all grew up in the crack era in the 80s, right? There was a lot of money on the streets, a lot of actual physical money. Since the 80s till now, America is printing less money each year. Y'all know that, right? Mm-hmm. Because everything's credit now. We're having a hard time adjusting because we can't work our natural magic. You know, nigga, you can just walk out there with $5 in your pocket and make an honest $200-300 or whatever. And one day, honestly, the money's not out there no more. It has to be transferred to accounts now. Yeah, meaning it's more control on money because all of it's authorization, right? When you go and you're in Walmart and you're using the debit card, you're waiting for authorization, right?
True.
Money's always fast. I don't care what nobody says. I was just in Walmart the other day. Everybody using credit cards, and now they're putting the chips in them, so you got to wait for the motherfucking chip to give authorization. Nigga, I paid cash was in and out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can track it. You can't. You can track that one transaction, but you can't track it to see what I buy every month.
Every month, yeah.
But I purchase everything on my debit card. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons there's less money on the streets, literally.
Yeah, that's why I always like to have cash.
Not only that, make a ride too. When you buy cash, they don't know who the fuck you make a ride is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
They just going off the barcode.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to alchemize money when it's going digital.
Well, ain't no fucking money.
Ain't no money. It's credits. And you either get authorization to make this many purchases or you don't. Decline. Money don't get declined unless it's counterfeit. You see what I'm saying? Even though it's we can get into the history of it being it represents the gold and so forth, and it is a note and so forth. But it's more if it's more on the streets, it's monopoly money. You see what I'm saying?
Hence,
they actually went in with the control. We're gonna give you, personal bank accounts. My papa was born during the Great Depression. He never had a bank account. Motherfuckers forgot about the Great Depression. So the minute motherfuckers say, "Oh, we have a more successful chance at going digital and digitizing our money," the first economist should say the Great Depression. Oh yeah, you got a point there.
They ain't have refrigerators either, brother. Make it right.
And then it don't matter how much money on the motherfucking street when it ain't worth when it ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? The fucking money just worth less and less. You buy less. I don't give a fuck what you got. You buy less with it now. You know what I'm saying?
Just real quick, family. Motherfucking Britain just left the EU. Okay, talk black to me.
Hold on, who? Who just left the EU? Greece.
It was called the Brexit. Britain exited. It's kind of like how Texas, their name's saying it's Texas next. Is it called the Texas?
Yeah, the Texas.
The cracker empire falling. Niggas are retarded, bro.
Texas been saying that too. That they gonna annex themselves.
Don't come telling me shit about money if you ain't talking about, nigga, you got your own man. You stupid. If you ain't talking about you got Zamunda money, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Harriet Tubman ain't fucking Zamunda money.
And that's another discussion right there. Them promoting all these slavery films and shit. They want to, and then all of a sudden they know they in debt. They trying to give us a pacifier.
Basically, they foreshadowing to what's about to happen to your ass. Niggas don't see. So they gonna bring it back to your memory.
Listen, nigga, you about to be a slave again, nigga. Feels like there's one on this money.
One of them crackers still said it.
Nigga, we ain't playing no games with y'all. We got it.
I'm saying, man, ain't nobody, man, Grandma, tell these niggas, Grandma, ain't nobody playing in the world but you.
Listen, it's time for a change. And we know what change we're going to make. We're going to change y'all back to the motherfucking plantation. That's what the fuck we going to change. Because that's when you know that's why I said I don't know how niggas don't figure that the economy ain't worth nothing. Once they put that black woman on the set, once they even said, look, we voted the yes, I think that was it right there. That was the worldwide signal. This shit, we flushing it down the toilet. We gonna put a goddamn former slave on the money. We flushing it down the toilet. This America. Ain't no fucking black person. We put a nigga in the office, alleged nigga. We put him in the office, and now we gonna put one on the money.
You can call this reconstruction.
And these niggas pumping neo-integration right now.
Mm-hmm. A lot of different things in play right now, but it's all got the same ending. They trying to further white supremacy and white domination. You see what I'm saying? And that's some niggas that should take it to account for anything, even money. At the end of the day, the money can still be used to support white domination and white supremacy if we use that as our focus. Well, what are you going to say for that? God damn it, the Black Wall Street. Listen to what I'm saying when I say Black Wall Street. Those are segregated times. So not only do we have the money, we had the numbers. And it wasn't the state police that ended that shit. God damn it, they brought the military in. I ain't never seen civilians dropping bombs out of airplanes. Y'all ever seen that before? They bombed Tulsa. Who bombed Tulsa? America. And as I heard it, neighboring white towns were so jealous of the Black Wall Street, they instigated the whole shit. But because they were white and they benefited from the rights of the Constitution, they were protected. See what I'm saying? Listen to Walter Williams have this debate with this dude called Are We a Citizen? And Walter Williams was like, no, we're not citizens because when this Constitution was written, we were slaves. We were chattel property. And to prove that, he said, look at the civil rights movement where JFK was asked to send help to Martin Luther King Jr. and other motherfuckers who was getting brutalized and beat up. And his hands were tied because they had no rights to be protected. You see what I'm saying? But once they got too unruly and the crackers started getting their head bopped, he sent troops to protect the crackers because they had rights under the Constitution. So this is something we need to keep in mind as well. You see what I'm saying? For niggas who think we citizens. And a lot of these niggas is black Masons. These niggas vote and do everything and still don't benefit from the amendments and articles of the Constitution. You see what I'm saying?
Damn. I think that's gonna. Thank you very much, Brother Little, for that Brexit. That's going to be a main focus of Tuesday.
Dred Scott ain't never been overturned. Every 25 years, we have to be, our right to vote has to be amended. We the only people with that on, when Russians come over here, when Chinese, Japanese come over here, they automatically get rights. Their voting rights are already there. They have to, every 25 years, our shit has to be renewed. Because we're not citizens. Then you got this new movie, Purge, coming out. Anybody see this? Been watching these little previews for this shit?
The new Purge?
Yeah. You familiar with the movie Purge?
Yeah, I'm familiar. People made me get up on it, but yeah, I watched it a couple months back.
This is a movie. The first one came out, was centered around ideal America 10, 20 years from now in a state of serenity because they figured out how to solve the violent issue. They've made crime permissible, all forms of severity permissible for 24 hours, right? And in the first one, this typical white family is doing well. The purge is coming. They're going to lock down tight and so forth. And during the purge, you hear gunshots, you hear all type of murder. But a black guy stumbles in, banging on their door. And this white man had to make the decision of letting this black man in or letting him die. So he was a white liberal. He let him in. And that him letting it in, all the violence became centered on him. Just give us the nigger. He's not saying that, but in so many words, just give her, that's really what the purge is about, purging out, the niggas and so forth like that, right? Now, the one that's coming out is coming out for July weekend, and it's almost centered. They said we're going to do something different with this purge. We're going to make a difference. We're going to take out that senator. It's very political. But when you watch it, because I watched the first one, it's centered around the same shit. They're gonna be killing niggas and minorities. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the people who ain't no good to the community.
And they wearing liberty hats, and they show pictures of Abraham Lincoln, blood splattered everywhere. Because 24 hours of savagery. A siren goes off. The purge will commence in 1 hour. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming up, I don't know what the message they're promoting with this shit. With Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton running for office now, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, I just was watching something, man, and it was a newscast, and the guy said that this was the election of the purge, right? And I didn't know there was no purge movie coming out, but I guess he knew it was. But just that whole thing, man, when I watched the movies, I was like, yo, listen. I said, yo, you got to be wary of this shit right here. I said, this is programming. this program, this set motherfuckers up for what's to come. They will set you up with shit like this right here. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody playing. Ain't nobody playing. It's not a game. It's not a game at all. And that movie is definitely something. When you're talking about they had liberty on their hat, that just brings me to the slogan of Donald Trump, "Make America Great Again." You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You feel me? So it just rings to that same type of theme. You know what I mean? And that's where, and our people so we're so politically unsavvy, not to see the trick and even having any type of emotion towards, if I don't like Trump, I'm voting for Hillary. You know what I mean? And where you just, and not that they voted for Hillary, the vote doesn't matter, but it's about the ideology that you carry to be okay with wanting to partake in something dealing with people of this nature.
Because when you first see it, they just changed the words around. Instead of just change the purge to lynching. Because they got scenes in the first one that, it went beyond just killing niggas. Next door neighbors who was like, they couldn't stand this dude. He had his house bigger than everybody else's. He had a good relationship with his, they was like, I'm going to wait till the purge to get this nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Or the one with insecurity.
Yeah. So not only is his house became the tension of a lot of violence, not just because he let the black dude in, he got other wives, but the other wives started joining in with the neighbors who's already trying to kill him. So he in the house acting like he a friend when the whole time he planning on killing the daughter's boyfriend waited to the purge to kill her daddy. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She let him in. He's like, I want to come over, sneak over your house, and make love to you during the purge night. She's like, yeah, okay. He got his opportunity to get into the house because he knew he locked it down to try to kill Pops. So like I said, it's savagery. You see what I'm saying? Anything you wanted to do, a little grudge you had, I'm gonna get that nigga down the street. I'm gonna get his daughter or something like that. I'm gonna wait to the purge. You see what I'm saying? Like they gonna they gonna legalize lynching for a day, rape, savagery, and what humans are aggressive. Yeah. And if we can give them a way out, we can have a peaceful society. This is their idea. This is insane.
You saying that right? You know what I'm saying? Once I started looking at different shit, I seen that they have different people up there on Diddy's show, and so they have. Remember we used to be on the line with the God 720. Right? The God 720 got a book called Kicked Out of Heaven, and I'm gonna order this book once I can see you can order it, and they're gonna give it to me immediately. Not wait 3-4 weeks. 500-page book. And it's a history on the Europeans. And some of the shit anybody seen this video by the God 720? I bet y'all seen it. It's just like, I ain't watching that.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't heard of 20. Man, what was the other homie name? Is Conrad?
Tony Robinson Tony L.
Yeah, Tony Robertson, yeah.
Yeah. On the underground. They was on the underground. Yeah, we used to go over there and catch back on the underground.
Yeah, he a Mason too. But then again, this shit kind of makes me like suspicious because I'm like, I ain't never even met these niggas except like over the phone or on their show. And these niggas just publicly tell people that they Masons. And I'm like, nigga, you niggas supposed to hold an oath. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers ain't supposed to know that's what you do. You know what I mean? Yet you so open. Tell a motherfucker.
See, now they can tell people. See, being a Mason, they can tell people it's supposed to be the secrets that they got to keep. They can tell people they're Mason. That's why they be having little signs, wearing little rings. So if a person asks, they can, and they can give out that information. I'm a Mason. But
but the best way of keeping a secret is if he don't even know that's what you are, right?
Yeah, not true indeed. But see, that's what they play on that. That's one of their mantras is that the Freemasonry is not a secret society, but a society of secrets. So you see them everywhere. They ain't a secret society. They above ground. That's one of their mantras. So everybody got to see them. You know they got to fly their colors. How they do? They fly their colors. They always got they always got their set. They always on their set. So they be repping hard.
Would you say you gonna buy his book, brother boy?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna buy that book. I'm gonna buy that. I need that. I need that for the kids. If half of what he was describing is in that book, I need that book. And it was 500 pages, and he hit some stuff that like he hit. I remember Orleans, but I forgot. I remember the Joan of Arc story, right? And I remember she was in Orleans, France, but I didn't remember, you know what I'm saying? So I heard him up there, and he was talking about New Orleans, and talking about how in Orleans, France, that's where they burned the witches at. So when they made New Orleans, that's the same information that they gave the city of witchcraft. There's witchcraft going on down there. Right? And so, there's a whole lot of different history, different shit that the savage was going through. And
Lindy.
You gotta check it out. Check it out if you catch it. I'll post it. But look at the last beginning. Some nigga was up there asking all type of crazy questions and all type of shit, talking about he equal with the white man, a bunch of wild shit. But about 30 minutes in, he get into information that he got inside the book. And that's where I was like, all right. So I said, damn, that's pretty interesting enough. You did that type of research. All right, then I'm going to check you out. John 720. I'm going to see what you're about. You got a 500-page book. I'll copy. You got sources in here. All right. I'm going to copy it. I'll copy that. Because it definitely seemed like a good thing that I could utilize for, instead of me having to just talk to somebody about how this devil is. People be wanting to, oh man, you just saying that, man. You just don't like white people. But if you got a book, they don't know who it's written by. And then they can see it, and then they see some references and all that, see some pictures of the shit. Oh, all right. Oh, damn. That's how. Oh, God, what you say?
That whole the history of New Orleans. That's something a lot of people need to be able to study into, because New Orleans was existing. You probably correct me too, brother boy. New Orleans existed before the Louisiana Purchase, right? Before the French sold that shit, right?
Yes, it was already popping. And I believe it was already New Orleans because France had already had control of it. You understand? And they was naming it after their old cities. So I would suspect that it definitely was, but I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna check right now just to make sure.
The French are the originators of democracy. Let them tell it. Or the first European nation to practice democracy. And they home of the Templars. And France was where they burnt the leader of the Freemasons down. And, France has a rich history, especially dealing with the topic of Freemasons and the Renaissance, that whole little era Well, not even the Renaissance. I'm gonna get my dates off. The Crusades.
On this stuff, Chief. It was though. What you said it was. It was founded by it was already New Orleans. The French had it. Yeah, it was founded 1718 as Nouvelle on direction of Jean Baptiste Lemoine de Bingville or some shit like that. Some Frenchy. Benville. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's a good history to talk about because a lot of people think they just forget about just thinking of the 13 colonies. And no, they were even the cracker fights over everything. So they even went to war over who was going to get this motherfucker over here in America. We had the French. The French owned Brother Drew, I think, told a nigga that. Remember Brother Drew?
Yeah, Brother Drew called me the other day, too.
He was like, yeah, tell that brother go back to America. But he
tuned in the other night. He tuned in a night ago.
Okay.
He tuned in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he about the French had outlawed slavery before the Americans did when they had control over Florida, that whole little area. All you gotta do is listen to the game, though. You had to convert to being a Christian. You see what I'm saying? So all these things were taking place, and that's why you can't mention the Haitian Revolution without mentioning the Louisiana Purchase. You know what I'm saying?
Because the Spanish took it over in 1763. Because the Spanish went in there.
It's a lot of the islands, and we know they colonized Haiti. And Haiti is a straight shot from the Gulf of Mexico to Haiti and Louisiana, if you look on the map. And after the French got their ass kicked by I can never pronounce that brother's name. How you say his name?
Oh,
Moustapha. How you say his last name? The brother from Haiti led the revolution.
Louverture.
Say it again.
Louverture.
Him.
Yeah.
The British saw that as weakness, so they said, okay, well, we'll send 100,000 troops to come handle that Haitian problem. The motherfuckers died before they even hit the shore, y'all. You hear me?
Yeah,
so the Louisiana, they ain't gonna tell you that. So the Louisiana Purchase was the French saying, fuck it. And that's why they sold it so cheap. You see what I'm saying? They're like $1 an acre or something like that. They got $20 million for 12 states. They're like gonna let America deal with that revolt problem. You see what I'm saying?
Well, listen, Rob, let me see. Retrocession to France and Louisiana Purchase. In 1800, Spain and France signed the secret Treaty of San Ildefonso, stipulating that Spain give Louisiana back to France, although it had to remain under Spanish control as long as France wished to postpone the transfer of power. There was another government in 1801, 1802.
My nigga, God damn. Let's go. I'm scared.
1803, Napoleon sold Louisiana, New France. Then more than a dozen. Hold up, New France.
But you know,
included portions more than a dozen present-day states.
Like that.
Hold on. That's Brother Tim. Hold on. All right. Which then included portions of more than a dozen present-day states to the U.S. and the Louisiana Purchase. A French prefect, Pierre Clement de Lasalle, who had only arrived in New Orleans in March 23, 1803, formally took control of Louisiana for France and November 30th, only to hand it over to the U.S. on December 20th, 1803. In the meantime, he created New Orleans' first city council, abolishing the Spanish Cabildo. In the census, they had, they said it was 8,500 people there in the census, 3,551 whites, 1,566 blacks, 3,105 slaves. Observers at the time and historians since believe that there was an undercurrent, that there was an undercount, and the true population was about 10,000. All right, that's a little backdrop on New Orleans, but it was named after Orleans, and where they had the infamous burning of the Jonah Ark and all that shit, the witches and all that shit was out there in France, and so what 720 was saying was that they brought that same type of thought and energy there to New Orleans. You know what I mean? And then compounded that with the spooky stories about the voodoo that black people were practicing, along with, you know, the things when you start getting what they call the voodoo dolls. But he said that also up in Europe, that in certain places in Europe that they were doing that in like the 1300s, 1400s, that they was using wax dolls and sticking them with pens, trying to do shit to people. He gave a wild history, man. I'm talking about, man. Talking about how white people was just all sick up, how them motherfuckers to have sores and big ass moles and shit, tumors on their face filled with worms and all type of shit, just fucked all up there and goddamn. Man, talking about how they, man, just yo.
What's the time frame for Joan of Arc? I've never really gotten to that history.
That's like 1300. Hold on. That's like 14th century. Let me make sure. 15th. No. Let me see. Don't let me tell no lie up here.
Yeah, what was her movie? They had that ugly ass white woman play a role. I never even watched that shit.
All right, 15th century, 1412. Oh, she was helping. She was a military. She was helping fight a war against the king.
What's the location?
They in France, in like around Normandy, around Orleans, France, and she's in France though. She died in Normandy. My bad. I don't know what the fuck I said Normandy for. But she was in France.
Just during the Crusades, huh?
Orleans. She was in Patay. They were showing major battles, huh?
Just after, like, the Crusades, Dark Ages.
Yeah, they was coming into some type of semblance of light. You know what I'm saying? It was just coming into some type of semblance of you know, I'm saying, if you want to call it civility, you feel me? They was coming out of the cave and starting to live in houses by this time. They could come back out. Because remember how much death they was having. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this time, man, they was having plague after plague after plague. They was just fucked up. Dirty as hell. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just always just sick.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's good to go over history like that. You know, when you start looking at these people already, like you just said, been a plague people, and you hear about this constant threat, if it's not Ebola, it's AIDS, you get the sentiment what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Not all this plagues. Name an African plague. The white one. Other than that, you won't really find one. You see what I'm saying?
You're right about that.
So like you said, the germ man, his history is a savagery, disease, and famine. But like Amos Wilson said, everything must be looked upon backwards. The people who originate in savagery and famine and disease must point in and say it's black people that's
Joker's crazy, man. But you know, they got all that shit. Because remember back then, man, they was making. She's like, this the thing about them is that, like when I said about them being sick and like I want to see certain book, because I remember seeing all them little pictures, you know what I mean, of them being sick, or just like dead people in the street and always with bones all around them. I done seen them cathedrals. With mad bones in it, where it's made out of bones. You know what I'm saying? Where so many people died that they could actually cover the whole inside of a fucking big ass church full of bones, and make everything out of the bones. You know what I'm saying? Chandeliers out of the bones, everything. So when you see shit like that, you understand that this was like something they really understood. They live with death all the time. They live with dead bodies all the time. Like you see the Conan the Barbarian type of movies where they have a cage up. You know what I'm saying? They have a cage and it'd be somebody stuck up in the cage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you done did some type of crime. They got you in the cage hanging in the street, starving to death, about to die. You know what I'm
Looking
saying?
for bait. Pretending to be helpers. Like, you know, it's a good movie I like watching too. The Book of Eli. You see how they went back to savagery. That Mad Max type of shit. You know, posing as helpers and shit, and you motherfuckers finna kill you and eat you. Savagery. I forgot who said this. I think it was either Amos. No. They were talking about the mentality of the Neanderthal and the Ike. And his main petition was another Neanderthal. You all heard that polar bear with the wolves. Then you see another, so they have a parasitic, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got definitely a parasitic nature. But that's where you know, that's why I said I want to check it out. I'm gonna give them a shot, man. I'm gonna give them a shot. He a black author. I'm gonna give him a shot. I'll argue with him. You know, he's a Mason definitely, because he said that shit when we was on the show. So he said he's 720, 360 good, 360 bad. He done did it all. He did both.
That's Pippin. That's Pippin. Something too, ain't he? He mastered for his rations too. That nigga in Vegas, ain't he?
Mhm. Oh, I don't know where he at. He was in New York.
Arguments on Tony's show with that nigga and shit.
Yeah.
The nigga, man, talking about metaphysics. Another man, he talking some Tariq Nasheed pimping.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's what he was into there. Yeah, he was talking that crazy. Was it him talking that pimping?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was talking pimping. And then somebody else came up there talking some pimping one time. Yeah, that was him.
You niggas is Masons, pimps.
Oh, that's what else someone was talking about. He said a stripper. He said they got strippers. He said strippers used to be women who used to lay out in front of the church, and they used to put this shit in their mouth to make them foam. And they'll lay out in front of the church naked, and hopefully somebody helped them and gave them some money. So that's where strippers came from. What else? What else? Little thing he said. He's talking about felony. He was like, the original meaning of felony. I'm going to have to check it. I'm just saying, I'm just giving a direct quote of what he's saying. You know what I mean, right now. Not to say that any of this is all correct. But the Orleans thing is, that is where they burnt the witches at, in France. But, all right, on top of that, what else did he say, man? God damn. He said, the strippers, felony, he said felony meant death. He said that's why when you get a felony, it's like you're dead in the society. You know they make it hard, you can't get a job, you can't get certain shit, because now you're dead to society because you got a felony. He said a lot of little slick stuff. Because he was talking about the way they use words. He said a lot of little slick stuff. I think it'd be, you know, I enjoyed it. It was one time that I enjoyed hearing what 720 had to say. Because any other time, it always was like he was just bugging right the fuck out.
Yeah.
Real shit. That's why, you know what I'm saying? He was always like he was bugging out. But he was on some other TV, which died on that. Oh, man, I don't know. Him being up there, that turns shit suspect.
Yeah, man. The revolution will not be televised. I'm telling you. Motherfuckers think it's going to be on Sunday TV or something. Look, baby, it's the revolution. It's live, too. Yeah, come on, man.
You can eat popcorn, watch it.
Yeah. Even Elijah Muhammad warned Malcolm about that camera. You know what I'm saying? And we need to control our own media, no doubt. But let's be real, man. Niggas been middlemaning information for a long time. You know what I mean? Amos Wilson been dead since 95.
Yeah, they trying to all get paid.
And niggas who had a lot of his shit was Sonetta.
Man, information ain't meant to get you paid, man. This information we need is meant to get us free. A lot of it is crucial. And sometimes they outprice the revolution.
Mm-hmm. And motherfuckers just now, you know what I mean? I'm still not finished reading Blueprint to Black Power, you know what I mean? And it's been revised, you know, for the Obama era right now. That's the division I got right now. But since 95? And the message that he's speaking is still prevalent to this day, but why motherfuckers just now getting on? You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers been middleman information. Dr. Clark, 98. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you to some extent, you kind of responsible for holding back a lot of the immediate generation of anything. And niggas, you know niggas was, I mean, let's be real. Niggas, that shit was on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Was the DVD, the niggas had DVDs in 95, Brother Boy?
95?
Mm-hmm.
CD players was out, I know. But
You had laser discs, some big ass discs, but
CD players was out, 95. CD players was out. I had a CD player in 95.
DVD.
3D?
DVD.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if DVD was out. I know CDs was out, but I'm trying to remember if DVDs was out. I don't think so. I think we're still using
laser discs. Yeah, laser discs was big.
Yeah, laser discs, but not no DVD.
Mm-hmm. So niggas took the VHS copies and digitized them DVD and was still busting niggas' hair for them.
Mm-hmm. $20 a watt. Y'all niggas charging $15, $20 a watt For the information they say you need, you got to have to get you free. But I thought it's about all of us getting free. But there's no compromise on how much you're going to charge me. You're going to charge me for the information that you know is detrimental for me to get free.
Yeah, you ain't sending no money to Infosys family. You ain't sending no money to African Info Systems. You see what I'm saying? For your sales, none of that. You see what I'm saying? Lectures from Dr. Ben. This nigga has a vote. You know what I'm saying? I think there's still lectures that motherfuckers don't even know this out. You know what I mean? I'll take it a step further. To some extent, that's the cost of leading the 9 BB-48 on our Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? And who stood betraying after revolution? Motherfuckers is middleman in information. Goddammit. You see what I'm saying? Exploiting other people's ideas without giving them credit or any contributions off money you generating from that shit.
Well, this is what we're going to generate this currency. Yeah. Hold on. What was the last thing that I was looking up on Google? Let me. I was telling you some of the stuff that I heard. Well, Billy, what's the next topic? Is going down. It's going down. It's about that time. We were going to head on up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We had a wonderful night tonight. You know what I mean? It was open house Saturday. Definitely dig into the archive right here on this one because you're going to definitely pick up on some good jewels. Always remember to come on out, deal with the brothers on these Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. They're always 10 p.m. Let's see.
Free Camille. If she out there listening or in the archives, you know what I'm saying? We hope the sister's doing all right. We miss her spirit. I know I do.
I'll touch you offline on another one. But we definitely miss her energy. We send that love. Let's see what else we got going on. Come on in Tuesday. We're going to talk about this Brexit. I think that people should be very aware of this. It's all downhill. It's all downhill from here. Trust me. So with that being said, again, go out like we come in. That's for praise Nat Turner, glory to Garvey, long live the spirit of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, praise Harry Tubman, glory to Ida B. Wells, long live the spirit of Sister Fannie Lou Haney. I'll leave it for Holy Gang.
Crack that truck.
House nigga too.